Finally here. Kingslayers. Welcome back to the Untitled Chapter. This is a campaign we've been getting ready for a considerable amount of time. But we're here now. Thanks, Fajuk, for the $6 starting off the stream very well. Hope all of you are well. Some of us are in different stages of death, mental and physical. So bear with us as I go through that. There's not much delay to this, as we can get straight into the Kingslayers. Let's get the music started first. It's 75 years since the trauma in the Woad happens. The prosperous kingdom of Burton to the south has become one of the major powerhouses. Its navy unrivaled, it holds a lock on the trade passes to the south. As we open on our heroes, we see the capital of Burton, the tower in the south. The architecture here values vaulted archways and marble infrastructure. The palace sits just out to the sea, an edifice looking down, imposing on the city. Connected by one long bridge, inlaid with verithium conduits. Crossing this bridge, we see 5 figures. An elf of darker skin, purple hues. No whites to the eyes, solid black. A red-haired hexblood. Innate looking in magic, no weapons clearly seen. A local that is greeting guards as she passes. A glacier-skinned blue. A tiefling. A darker-skinned tiefling with large wings. And finally, a seemingly human creature with piercing eyes. As they make their way over, it's simple to see that there's a nod of recognition from some of these guards to the tiefling with blue skin. Easily allowed through the gates. The throne room, vast and intimidating, flanked by knights on each side. Another greets Merc, but is met with silence. Then everything happens quite quickly enough time. The king's wards stand beside him in shock, as good King Anathor Turendir's lineage does not end here, but his life does, as the Kingslayers lay into him with every facet of their power at their ability. At this moment, enough of the knights surround them, capturing the party. Stunned almost, the Kingslayers come inert. Guards seeing a moment that something's not right here, and there's shouts from one of the king's wards. An odd-looking humanoid with... Get off my... Sorry, cat's trying to stop everything. An ancient race, unlike many others, with 4 arms, commonly wearing eye covers, her eyes completely masked. She stands about 5'2", hair pulled back, sharp, angular features. She raises her arms. Stop it, something's not right! The guards hesitate. Enough for a moment to see that the Kingslayers no longer move. There's a tense moment as another voice screams out, the other king's ward, a half-elven man. Don't just stand there, arrest them! As chains quickly shackled around. Verithium chains, or as more commonly known for some of the folk of this region, Sapperstone, to make sure no magic can pass through these. You're brought down to the cells beneath Burton. You're groggy. Flashes of light pass by. You all awake a few hours later in cells. I have starting first Calicindir. Can you tell us who you're playing?
Oh, okay. So I'm playing Calicindia, who, as described, is the elven male with dark, almost sort of purplish skin, completely black eyes, no white to them or any color besides that whatsoever. He's short white hair that's a bit sort of curly, just coming down a bit just below his ears. Very much a slender and wiry build. Wearing what is, I guess, what you consider a noble and elegant-looking black coat with purple and silver highlights along it, pair of black gloves on either hand, and just otherwise dark outfit, but a lot of embellishments over the top. Just on his side, there's no real evident weapons besides.
There's no
Well,
weapons, whatever.
or actually, all weapons taken off, but there's
All
no
weapons
sign
have
of
been
any
taken off, yeah.
scabbards or anything like that, or anything holding weapons. Just a bit of like an empty space where you can tell there would have been a tome of sorts attached down there. Yeah, that's Callus India.
Could you introduce your character, please?
Sorry, me?
Yes, Anna. Anastasia for
I didn't.
not long.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, I'm playing Anastasia, or more commonly Anna. She prefers to go by Anna. She is a decently tall, sort of just below 6 foot tall, human-looking individual. She has a very vibrant green color eyes. She has very red hair, like slightly curly hair that goes down into a pink ombre. Her clothing is very like dark maroon with yellows, golds, and reds sort of scattered out throughout, as well as she has a very small, like little crown of thorns sort of thing around her head. Other than that, she is not really. Weapons are obviously not on her. She doesn't have any of her extra stuff, I don't believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, no, she is just what she's wearing. That is Anna.
That's so cool. I love it.
Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, so Merc is the aforementioned glacial-skinned tiefling, a lot of blues and whites. She's got cloven legs, so hoofs, because that's cool. Long tail, that's sort of just coiled around one of the legs at the moment. She's wearing a lot of purples. There are hints of green throughout the outfit, and wearing a cape that is... it's hard to tell if it's like a really midnight blue or whether it's black, but it's pinpricked with little embroidered white stars. And I'm assuming she doesn't have her necklace on, Des.
No arcane focuses.
Yeah, she'd probably have like a tan line of like, you know how you get a watch tan when you wear watches for too long. She's got the same, but across in quite a wide set necklace.
What color does a blue girl tan to, though?
I mean, just it's
Darker blue.
like a bit more white.
I mean, I'm just wondering.
It's a bit more white and a bit more lighter blue under like the tanned bit. And yeah, she also has a little circlet, just a simple metal band around her head, and yeah, that's Merc.
Okay. Zamani, if you could please introduce yourself.
Despite the situation that we're in, Zamani looks very much like uninvolved. She has gray-purple skin that instead of having darker freckles, they're lighter, so it kind of looks a little bit like the night sky. These horns that come back up like that, and she has long black hair. Her outfit is mostly white and black with bits of blue that very much accentuate her assets, is how I will phrase that. Being a tiefling, she's wearing heels and she has a long, slender tail. She doesn't look happy to be here.
Thank you. Lastly, if you can, please, Rainier, could you describe your character, your human, as it is in quotes on the overlay character?
I mean, she is human. She's human all the way. But yes, Rainier is 40-ish looking human woman, intimidatingly tall and quite built. She is wearing, bog standard leather armor, but without any sleeves. And she has very short brown hair with streaks of gray from her age, probably. And she looks quite like a normal average mercenary. The only thing that sticks out would be unnervingly large eyes on her face that let off this yellowish glow, and around each eye there is three symmetrical scars going from the center. And she sits cross-legged in her jail cell, and it does look like she's meditating.
As you come to, all of you, it's very hazy. You have memories. You're trying to recall the last thing that you can remember. Was for the memory of all of you. You weren't in Burton. This makes no sense. Some of you were in Ulden. Some of you were in Crosspost. Of all your gear that has been stripped of you, you all find a lone piece of parchment within your pocket. Some of you have them. Some of you have bad postal service.
Imagine in my head.
There's faint dripping sound of water. The cells here are deeper below than some of you would be familiar with in Burton. There's a loud creak to one of the doors that seems to enter. Entering through, there is a larger woman clad in armor, full plate, scars worn like medals, shaved head completely. Takes a cigarette from her mouth. Merc, you would recognize this as a lady known as Isoria, the warden of the lower levels of Burton's. All right. Most of my men are ready to kill you. Stand accused of, with many witnesses, killing good King Anathor Terendir. Not for young Viola's quick speech, you would have been put down on the spot, so... Starts walking towards specifically your cell, Merc. What the fuck have you all done?
Fucking... hang on. Killing Anathor? What? You're not...
You look down, there's still blood on your clothes.
Is this some kind of fucked up joke? Who put you
no
up
joke.
to this?
All of you came through. Viola says there's something going on with you, but very few people believe it. Everett's even more angry. I mean, who the fuck is everyone else here?
You must be slightly mistaken. I've never met these two over here before in my entire life. I have no idea quite who we are or where we are exactly, but it's not somewhere I can recall having visited or planning to go to.
We were just in Ulden, right?
We were, last I remember. Sorry, Calasindia. Pleasure to meet you. Well, as much of a pleasure it can be considering what just trespassed.
Pleasure to meet you, Calasindir. Maybe better circumstances next time. Warden Isora. Merc, this isn't like you.
Yeah. Yeah, no shit.
Anathor's dead. They're calling for all of your
Okay.
execution.
Okay. We were in Ulden dealing with the ghouls, and Merc will say whatever date that was, because I don't know calendars.
The problem with the fever in Ulden was 4 years ago.
Oh, yes. What's the exact date? Right now.
540 New Dawn.
Okay.
140 New Dawn.
For reference, all of you last remembered being 536 New Dawn.
And yeah,
It's a lot of
Calasindra's
birthdays to celebrate.
Calasindra's right. Who are you two? Pointing at Zamani and Anna.
Well, I was going to ask you the same thing until this lovely person over here said your name is Merc, which is kind of weirdly fitting considering what we're all in prison for.
It's actually short for Mercestial, but anyway, not a mercenary. At all. Far from it.
I am, though, and I don't think I got paid for this particular deal.
I can
So-
confirm that that is definitely.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'm
this
just-
entire thing is just a bit of a bit of a
Mind
shock.
fuck?
I guess in more crude terms, yes, but
There's a few people who are going to want to speak to you. You can't be... With King Anathor dead, nobody can have a formal trial yet. So you have a few days until the burial of Anathor and then the coronation of Everid. And then you'll be sentenced. A few people are going to speak to you first, but you best...
can you just can you just run us through what happened?
What's the name of
My-
the city you were in again? Where are we at?
Oh,
Last time
Burton.
we were in Trade Post Burton? Oh, okay. Well, it's farther south.
A little bit.
You all walked into Burton this morning. A few hours ago. Guards saw you come into the palace. And you crossed the bridge, no issue. Merc is known. You were all let through to the palace. We thought you had information on where Kiana's gone.
Sorry.
Who?
Who's Kiana?
The princess.
What do you mean where she's gone?
She hasn't been seen in over a year. Thought maybe that's
See,
where you were gone.
Merc just starts just rubbing a ring that's on her finger and just verge of panic mode right now.
You were let through. Anathor wanted to speak to you. You didn't speak when you got to the chamber, though. All of you. As she kind of waves her hand towards pretty much everyone bar Rainier, and around your wrists are shackles made of sapper stone.
Oh,
Exhibit
I don't have
very
shackles.
You're chained to the wall by your legs, but you don't have. You're not like anti-magic. 'Cause,
Gotcha.
Do I know what this is, Sapperstone?
make an Arcana check.
Can you spell it for us as well?
Yeah, the
And the name of
The common name or
person.
just sapperstone, or the full
Something
actual name.
there.
the full actual name.
So
I'll
it
put the
is-
name of the warden in.
It is okay. First roll the campaign. Let's go.
So it's
That's
Verithium.
all.
It is the
Ooh.
best substance, most wealthy substance that's made Burton as powerful as it has been. It is stone that manages to absorb arcane energy. A quick look around
also-
would...
Sorry,
Go
that
ahead.
was a 21 for that roll.
21. You look at the inlaid engravings of this. It's something you've read about, but not something that your people would have access to. With a quick look up, you notice the bars are also made of a similar material to make sure nothing can pass outside of the cell.
Interesting.
But they've taken rather than have you in little anti-magic cages, they've made everyone, also the mages and casters, also in anti-magic shackles. 2 layers of protection, if you will.
So I'm guessing that from these shackles that none of us really held back there when it came down to it.
I wasn't there. I can't say what you did or didn't do. I don't go topside much. This is my area. A few people are going to want to speak to you. One of them mainly being Everett's going to want to see you. The new king, well, soon to be, but I suppose
Yes.
Theo's going to want to... Theo's the one who made the arrest, so I can get him here if you want to
Theo.
speak to him.
I'm sorry. Who is the person who got you all to stop killing us? I'd be very interested to speak with them.
The king's ward, Viola. She's a child. She's an excellent mage. but
Oh, a child. Oh,
well, she's young 20s.
interesting. Oh,
I don't know much about children, but they don't usually have forearms.
Have you never met a Joaquin?
Well,
I don't think I
I
have.
don't think so.
no.
No.
Also,
Anyone who'd
I
never
mean,
been in
she-
the Kingdom of Burton would not have.
She was smart enough to be able to tell that there was something magical going on with us before we were able to. So, seems like a good place to start.
I can submit a request.
I
There will be a
assume that
trial, so-
Theo. I assume Theo was the asshole half-elf shouting, "Get him!"
That was
that was
Sava.
Seva.
Who's that?
Savar
There's a
Rajat,
lot
the
of
other
here.
ward of the king.
Yes.
Are we going to be expected to remember all of these names?
Don't worry,
Probably
I've got
not.
That's good.
Well, we do have this parchment. If you give me a quill, I can write it down.
Speaking of,
Give you anything for now.
who the fuck is this?
We all have. Do we all get parchment?
Apparently.
I mean, I might have some blank parchment on myself, but I haven't checked.
You assume we still have things.
Well,
Clearly
haven't
never been
checked yet.
changed before, have you?
can't say it's been my first time, thankfully.
And
Look. There's a few people already waiting to see you. First is going to be Everett, the crown prince to become king. He's
That's
probably
gonna be
not in
fun.
the humor for bullshit, so
Right.
on your
Yeah,
best
Fair enough,
behavior.
considering. Sorry, Raina.
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't have anything but bullshit right now. It'd be nice if he got some information to us.
I mean, I would be more curious to listen to what
yeah.
happened, at least. Build up a clearer picture of what we supposedly did.
No supposed to it. Many eyes on you. We just want to know why
But
now.
not our own.
Yeah, I
All
bet
eyes
you.
but our own world. Which is quite strange.
She just waves a hand and leaves.
Thanks, Azoria.
So, we've all found ourselves in a bit of a tricky situation.
What's your name? Over there. Talking to Anna.
Speaking of me,
Yeah, but you haven't said a word.
I've been distracted. Whole situation is a little distracting.
A little bit.
Anna is my name.
Mercestial. Pleasure. Offer a shackled hand to shake.
And she just shakes your hand back.
Pleasure. So, Zamani and Anna. Two new faces. All very strange. So, you said you found yourself in Crosspost last you record.
Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
Do you remember anything beforehand? I mean, what was the last memory? Anything that would indicate what happened at all?
We were just traveling through at the time. No, it wasn't anything important.
Anna, was it? Be careful what you say in here. If they didn't want us to communicate, they would have isolated us. So, don't show off too much.
We were,
Also, wouldn't transparency probably be a good idea?
I mean, Zami and
Why
I were
would
just
it be?
traveling through, so I don't really know what happened.
Look, we have plenty of witnesses to plainly saw what we did. I'd prefer to get the cards on the table,
Anna,
between us at the very least.
We don't
Sure.
have any cards.
Well,
no-
Anna,
Yeah?
do you? Okay, so you remember after we completed our job, when we were back at the hotel drinking the wine?
The wine that
Do
you bought,
you remember-
yes?
Yeah, yes, the fancy wine.
Yes.
I don't remember how it tasted. That's quite disappointing, but I do remember there was a knock at the door. Do you remember who it was?
Did I answer it?
I don't know.
Neither of you know.
I can't even remember how the... Huh?
Neither of you know who answered it. The last thing you remember is
That's
the
the
knock.
point. That's why I'm bringing it up.
I just assumed he fell asleep. It's happened. It's not the first time it's happened.
I would not fall asleep without at least trying the wine. And considering how much from back then I can remember, I would have remembered what the wine would have tasted like. Which means I didn't drink any beforehand.
If it was cross-post, it was probably not the best wine. Just gonna say.
Well, if we make it out of here, maybe you can show me some better wine.
There is some very nice wine in this castle, I have to say.
Well, even if we are acquitted of our crimes, I don't think we'll be invited to drink here anytime soon.
Probably not.
True.
We can take some to go.
To go.
To-go wine is always wonderful. Mark, who's the princess to? You got very upset when I mentioned that she was gone.
She is the woman I was meant to marry 4 years ago.
Oh, she's probably not very happy with you either.
Well, she's not here. She's gone for a year, so lucky Merc still.
She wouldn't.
So, Merc, I mean, we didn't really discuss much about our lives or anything, but you know the royal family well, obviously.
I mean, quite well. I've been talking to most of them for better part of a decade.
Can you paint us a picture of who they are, in particular the soon-to-be new king? Evard, I think that was his name.
Everett.
Everett, right. An idea of who he is.
I mean, he'll be a great king.
But on a more personal note, not the titles and the pleasantries, but who he is, who we're dealing with here. I imagine the final call will be his after all.
He's a very good judge of character.
Well, then we're screwed.
I don't think so.
Well, maybe not all of
I
us.
think if he's in the right frame of mind, which he might not be since we've just killed his dad, he will listen. But he won't listen to bullshit. I think we just need to, I don't know, we need to convince him that what we believe has happened, that we have all somehow missed 4 years of our lives. And, I don't know, just perhaps these letters will, or these scraps of parchment or whatever may give us some insight, but I don't know.
Well, whoever they are, they know far too much about us.
They do.
Well, I'm guessing... Sorry.
No, I'm just saying, if I may, I don't know this dude, Everett, but however empathetic he may be, him believing us doesn't really change much. Think of it this way. A king dies, he has to show that he's not weak and there's no unrest over it. So even if he believes us, what is his best course of action? Well, killing those involved, and publicly. So a matter of believing us will not save our skins. We need to give them something better than a public execution of assassins.
I might be a bit too early to suggest this, but I think I have an idea or a plan of sorts that could potentially help us out here. Oh, I mean, obviously, trying to plead for innocence is foolish and completely out of the question.
Yes.
But if we can somehow convince the court and the king, well, soon to be king, that our actions were not our own and that the past 4 years were robbed of us, by some unknown mastermind behind everything. If we can get them to believe us with that, then perhaps we can get them, well, I guess, to believe and trust in us to, I don't know, undergo some sort of redemption. Quest for redemption.
Investigation. We could, I
For
mean,
them, we would be the, well, I guess the only real sources of information, of clues left behind, or traces of past actions. I mean, you remember Crosspost being your last point of call. 4 years ago, we remember Orden. We can present that, our actions there, where we were, retrace our steps, find any clues, find people that we spoke to, try and find people that saw us. If we can convince them that we have more use.
At this point, the door, you hear footfall of maybe 3 or 4 people making their way towards the cells. The door opens. There's very well dressed, just a noble sort of tunic, like deep hues of silver and grey. A younger gentleman, maybe half elven, in his early 30s. He looks definitely concerned. He stands about 5'9". His hair is kept very short and neat. He's rubbing a small goatee that he's been trying to groom, but is not growing out very well yet. Not quite as thick facial hair as he wishes he could have. You would notice this man a little older than you last saw him, Merc, as Prince Everett, or now soon to be the young King Everett. He walks through, and there's a few people behind him, and he just puts a hand and goes, "No, I'll speak to them alone first." He closes the door behind himself. So, assassins in our castle. I have a lot of people saying a lot of things in my ears, but I don't know what to think quite as of yet. I know my father is dead. I excuse this if it comes off in any way the wrong way, but none of you fit the ideology of what I thought our enemies would look like.
I didn't find myself much of an enemy, ideology or otherwise anyway, so.
Let me introduce myself to all. I'm Prince Everett Terendir, heir to the throne. I've had a lot of people saying a lot of things to me straight away. Some of our best advisors are trying to look through how it all happened so quickly. Viola tells me she saw something on you, though, that moment when everything happened. I'm not going to show my hand just yet with the information I have, but I need to know everything. And again, he walks towards Merc first. He goes, "Where is she?"
I've no fucking idea. Like, at all. I literally, like, Azoria just told me. I'm still, like...
We don't remember anything from the last 4 years.
I'm sorry, my dear, and you are?
Oh, I'm Zamani. Pleasure. Well, in other circumstances, it would probably be a pleasure.
Sure. Maybe under better circumstances.
Your Prince, let me start out perhaps a bit... Well, these words might be a bit cheap, but my deepest condolences for your loss. I am Calacindia. But I want to confirm what has been said so far. We have no memories of the past 4 years, and no clear memories at all until we woke up shortly after murdering your father.
Thank you for the sympathies. And I mean this in the most lovely way I can to all of you, but unless you're a wandering band of famous botters or a bunch of communists, do none of you have full names? First names are great, but where do you hail from? I need my people to look. If we want to get anywhere, I need to know where you come from and why you're not there now.
You know me already, so... Mercastil Galanis
Do
lived
I
here my
know
whole
you?
life. Should hope so.
Right, well, where I come from, I doubt you know much about, but I come from the world below. I don't know how much you know of my people, my kind.
I was about to say you're starless, but that means very little to myself.
We are rare on the surface.
Do you have a name? What is your full name? I can have people look into this. How can I reach your city? Where do you hail from?
Ishinha Exandia. I'm afraid reaching it would be quite difficult without, well, my assistance. It is difficult for outsiders to gain access or send messages through.
Mighty convenient.
I mean, just because you can send messages there doesn't even mean the information is there anyways. And look at me, I'm from Sarok. It's
My
not like we really
condolences.
keep information, right? I mean, I'm better off here exactly where I am than anywhere in the city. Oh, also, the last name is Marrow. Sorry.
My condolences, I've been to Sarek. It's, well, I believe as some people would say, a shithole.
Yeah. This is much better. Honestly, I'm surprised. Like, the floors aren't wet.
Sorry, my dear. We're not an hotel. I need everyone's names. It was brilliant, but it
I'm
turns to Anna.
so sorry. So sorry.
My dear,
Yes.
can I have your full name and where you hail from?
Just going to look over the new king and very hesitantly say, Anastasia Brya. Just again studying him.
Would
What
you
was
like
your
to roll
kid?
an insight?
No, I don't need to roll insight, but it's more of like a passive sort of study.
Okay.
What?
You look over him. He definitely seems. His teeth are a little gritted. He's a little tenser. He's probably trying to put on a nicer facade than he wants to right now.
Being pragmatic.
Yes.
My name is Rainier. That's my name. I'm not rich enough to have more than one. I am from Sarok. I'm based there, and, well, if you need someone to vouch for my character or something, you can reach out to Adianta in the Fernflower. I have a room there, and, well, I'm a mercenary. I usually get orders to kill, but this one I did not, so.
It's good to at least know this all about you all. I can't pass judgment yet. It's the King's justice in Burton. I'm not that yet. We have a few days to look into this. Most of my advisors say it will be execution for all of you. Please try and help me in any way I can so we can avoid this. Anything you have.
Well, the only thing that I believe we have there's any sort of hints would be these, and I pull up my thing. And apparently we all woke up with one.
Yeah.
I didn't hear what you said.
He said, "May I?" and he puts his hand through the bars.
Oh, he's just like, boom.
He takes
His
it.
hand.
He studies it for a second and he goes, "This means nothing to me. This is..."
It's an infernal.
Yes, but it's not either of ours, and we all have one, and they are, I assume,
No,
all marked
you-
from the same person.
He kind of... He turns it towards you and it reads plain as day.
Yes.
He kind of flashes it towards everyone else. It does not read. It's gibberish.
Oh.
What? I don't understand what the problem is.
Well, you
This
can't
is
read
nonsense.
yours.
You can't read this.
No.
Can you read
I-
this? And I will hold up my letter to Zamani.
No,
cannot.
it's gibberish.
Fucking magic.
Oh, Wait, but how does... Can you unenchant something? Wait. How does this work? I've never seen magic like this. I mean, of course it exists because it's right in front of our eyes. But...
Well, if I could cast spells, then maybe we could work this shit out.
No, we're not going to be able to cast spells anytime soon. Don't
I
even think
know.
about it.
Well, if we can't rely upon our memories or our letters, then what we can perhaps put forward is the fact that we are a very unusual group of people. And we all remember our last place that we were at 4 years ago. And I think in the case of myself, Merc, and Rainier, that we made enough acquaintances during that time that I'm sure some of them may be able to at least shed some light on what happened or provide a measure of insight into those initial first few days. But, Your Prince, I would also like to suggest that we are maybe perhaps the best chance you have of finding out whoever was behind, whoever orchestrated this murder. Because whoever they are, they will surely have left traces behind. And we are the only people potentially that they made contact with during this time, or has any involvement in their plans whatsoever.
You speak words of truth. The time will tell. We will figure out what will happen to you. I gained very little from this so far. I thought perhaps Marky knew something of Kiana's whereabouts, but
No. The last place we were was Alden. Reach out to Headmistress Obala.
And the
in
Baron
college.
as well.
Yeah,
We did.
thinking.
We made good work for him.
Well,
Let me
hold
see.
on a second. If you want the information on the princess, I don't know what your letter says, Orchestral, but mine tries to attain some sort of leverage against me. It failed, but maybe for Mercasteel it did. So if we get to that person, maybe they have your sister.
It mentions collateral.
perhaps I will send in someone who has magical capabilities to decipher enchantments. Perhaps they will be able to make sense of your letters.
May I ask you a question? It's
That
not the one
depends on
that I
the
just asked to
nature.
ask you a question. Well, considering that the only person, including us, who seems to have any insight on anything is Viola's ability to perceive that there was something magical going on with us, wouldn't she be a good place to start?
She's already being rigorously questioned by some of the advisors. She is waiting outside to reassess if what she saw is still lingering.
Oh, okay. Never mind then, thank you.
From a brief scan of my letter, I would also like to mention that mine mentions a place that I do not remember being before these 4 years.
Yeah.
And it mentions something of our visit there. The town of Jehol.
Oh. Wonderful, the Morabir. Same here.
So, we were clearly there during the 4 years that none of us remember.
Mine
And
mentions the Andaria Isles.
another place. None of us remember visiting there, but we were there.
Mine
Never
implies that I will be there, not that I have been.
Oh.
Hmm.
We will look into it. If you'll excuse me. As Prince Everett exits, and there's people already waiting outside questioning him, and he tries to wave them away, and slinking in through the door, there's a younger girl standing 5'2", ribbon still in her hair. She looks a little bit tired at this stage. One set of arms is folded behind her back, the other is kind of like rubbing together anxiously. You would recognize this as Viola Mercasteel.
Yeah, Merc is like up against the bars, just Viola.
Again, she has this runic sort of bandage covering around all her eyes, and all her arms, all her skin is covered with runes. She's got 2 long, spindly tendrils that protrude from her forehead. Kind of looks vaguely across the entirety of the room.
Been a while, apparently.
Sorry. Mac. Yes. Yes, it has. You must focus on maintaining this spell for but a moment. About 20 seconds passes and she confidently sort of relaxes her shoulders. I have a bit of good news and a little bit of bad news. I suppose they are one and the same. When you all came into the throne room, I was able to see something, almost tying you together. A thread of magic wrapped around each of you. It's been severed since. That's the good news. The bad news is since it's not there now, I can't. It would be difficult to prove it was there.
What school?
I did not have time in the moment to see it. I was able to perceive it through. See, she waves her hands in front of her where her eyes would be. I do not see through means like you. If I had time to examine it, perhaps we could have identified it as something, but...
It's alright.
Fred said you all might want to speak to me.
Yeah, we've lost 4 years of our life, Viola. Any help would be great, because we have these letters that I can read mine. Can't read Zamani's.
That would be me. Hello. I was mostly the one who wanted to speak with you because I was interested in your ability to see the magic that was apparently binding us together.
It's a pleasure. My name is Viola. May I see... My people do have an expertise in deciphering forbidden texts.
Here you go.
There you go.
That's collecting them one by one. Does anyone not present their letter?
Great!
Anna.
Tiefling buddies!
Let's go.
Anna, I understand that you have your thing with privacy, but you can only be so private while you're alive.
It is kind of important.
Still looking
You
at
too.
it. I'm working on it myself. I'll get there soon. Doesn't make much sense.
Oh, good.
None of them do. I believe that is the point.
For reference, all of you can read your own letters. To
Yeah.
any degree to be able to really crack it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know.
We all
Thank
had
you,
to crack
Monsters
in real life.
And Mayhem for raiding us with a party of 15. Welcome to our new campaign. We're
Ooh.
the Kingslayers that we just started. It's new campaign hype.
First episode.
They lost 4 years of their memory and they're trying to figure out why. What were you guys playing? I assume a bit of D&D perhaps. Let's check.
Apparently we killed a king.
Apparently you killed the king.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Killed
the
somebody.
name is so on the nose.
No.
Boop.
I don't think we did it.
Welcome everybody. So,
Monsters free.
how did your session go?
Ooh.
What were you playing or were you prepping? As
People said monsters and raid him.
oh,
It's
Don't know what
Such a
that
good
is,
pun.
but it sounds cool.
It's a great pun. Well, it's monsters and
like
mayhem,
it.
but raiding.
Yeah.
so as Viola takes
Huh?
your letter from both of you, you see her do a quick movement with her hand. You'd recognize as a spell casting. Anyone that would be so familiar. Alright. These are concerning.
We can read
A little
them.
I can, yes. This is exactly what the Joaquin do. So we find texts and we decipher. It was part of my training, although I'm a little rusty. Some bits don't make sense to me, but I assume they are just names, perhaps.
Likely, yes.
It mentions your library.
Does.
A question I have. You seem to not be entirely confident of your ability of people that they're going to trust you. Is there a reason for that?
You have no position of
No. I understand that. I'm just considering that right now you're our only lifeline.
I was a ward to the king. I'm merely here from my people to try and help establish better relations. I have very little authority within the courts. It's
Thank you, Zero. I'm doing my best.
always try and advise, but I don't know how serious they would take me.
I can
Yes, that's
understand that.
fair. You just seem to be a powerful magic user, so.
I am not. Not by any means.
Don't sell yourself short, Viola. I've seen you at work. You're impressive.
No time for flattery, but thank you. Does anybody else have anything they want me to try and decipher? I can pass on information to the king.
Well, considering how forthcoming you were with the king just a moment ago, I'm very surprised by your sudden change in behavior as soon as it comes to your letter. I thought you'd be willing to give anything up to love.
Well, as far as I can tell, I'm able to decode all of it myself.
It's not about what you can read. They're not going to trust our words. They're much more likely to trust her, if anybody.
Well, let's see if they trust her on the matter of being able to understand the letters first.
Oh, of course. Yes. Let's just totally allow her to run away with the letters while two of us have withheld them. That totally makes it look like we're trying to make things as
3.
easy as possible for them. 3? I thought we got 2. 2
I only
withholding.
have 2
Yes,
letters.
sir.
I have Mercs and
Oh,
Rose.
sorry. I misunderstood that. Understand. We all have our secrets. But wouldn't we like to live long enough to get to, tell each other about them around the campfire with a nice glass of wine instead of, hung by our necks in front of a crowd?
I've already told my only secret, but anyway.
Zamani, you don't live if you don't have anything that they don't. Okay? Don't just put everything on the line.
Besides,
Everything is already on the line.
we
What do
have
you mean?
We have another raid from GM Workshop with a party of 45 this time. What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. We're episode 1 of Kingslayers. I've been prepping this since September, so we're finally at it. They probably killed King. We're trying to figure out why they did it. The name gives it away a little bit. What were you guys playing? Thanks for the raid.
Probably killed a king?
Probably killed the king.
Nah, that's just hearsay.
Guilty until proven
Wikipedia.
innocent.
They obviously got their sources from Wikipedia. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Mind the
Yeah,
blood on
this
our
is-
shirts is definitely not his.
Thank you.
Fake news.
Well, welcome. If you like it, this is a great time to start watching us because we just
We're in episode 1.
we're on episode 1 of Twitch Plays D&D. How'd that go for you guys?
Wait, there's a Twitch plays D&D? That sounds amazing.
Sounds
That's
very...
spice! There will be spice cookie, don't you worry.
So, I got distracted, sorry. Where were we? Oh, that's right. I'm curious, Viola. What's Seva saying about all this?
Savarajat and I have, unfortunately for all of you, very conflicting statements so far of what happened in the throne room.
What a surprise.
who is this?
Do you want me to put it in?
Savarajat is the other word to King Anathor. I tried to, as I witnessed it, I explained you all came through very not yourself. Not from what I recognized. You all had bindings around you all, and you, in my eyes, were no different to a thrall at that time. Unfortunately, this is magic that only I was able to witness. Sava is trying to bend the prince's ear to just execute you as a show of power, and any hesitation will just be seen as weakness, and that you are all just heartless assassins.
Good to know he hasn't changed in 4 years.
I think he knows how to.
Des,
Yes.
how much would I have knowledge about magic that is capable of possessing 5 people for 4 years like that?
Roll me
And
an
control
Arcana
them.
or religion check.
Religion?
Let's go with Arcana. I got a bit spicy. 26.
26.
Oh, nice. Good job.
It is on the rare side. The strength of power that would have to come from controlling someone that long, without them having a semblance of free will, is intense. It would either take a circle of mages or someone extremely powerful beyond mortal gain.
Right. Well, as I'm sure you would know, Viola, magic of this kind is not something that would be thrown around casually anywhere. Whoever performed it on us is, well, beyond powerful. Especially considering the level that it was done to.
I get this.
Do you have any insights on your people might have? Any knowledge?
My people, maybe,
Any
perhaps many, but I'm not in the library right now.
Right.
I've no access to the resources to spend looking there.
Right,
Perhaps
well,
if
in
I-
terms of... Sorry.
Perhaps something. It could have been. There has been tensions on the Southern Sea Pass lately. It's not completely impossible that a circle of powerful mages who wish to cause chaos within this region could have done it to you all to try and disrupt the flow of power. Make a play. I just don't know who off the top of my head. I don't know the kingdom's enemies that well.
Right. And in terms of people within the Kingdom of Burton, is there anyone capable of this type of spellcasting? Or a
DM's
circle,
first roll of
perhaps?
the game.
And
Whoa.
would Merc know as well?
Not that I can think of. Merc, you could roll a history check.
Are
if you
there-
like.
Are there circles of mages in Burton capable of such things either?
History?
History, please.
Ooh. 19 plus 3, 22.
Burton has not valued arcane advancement as much as it has its military. Its circles of mages are secretive and spread far between. You know someone who, if there was information to be known, it would be Kiana would know what is to be known about a circle of mages. You know where the information would lie, you just do not know where the informant would be.
God damn it.
Well, if I would be so bold, any enemy such as, I'm guessing Sathasa, for them to choose out a seemingly random group of individuals such as ourselves without any knowledge of what we're capable of, 4 years to cause havoc and to murder a king, that would be quite a rash decision of theirs. People that they have no knowledge of, no capabilities of.
I think they know exactly what we're capable of.
Well, Sathasa, I don't think so. I've never really been there. Can't say I
No,
know.
but this S
Well, yes, but in order to cast the spell, they wouldn't have known beforehand. So-
Might have.
I'm guessing it's most likely someone or some body of people. Probably not as connected to an entity like Sathasa.
The only person I know who would know anything about magic of this power would be Kiana. But she's been taken.
Calicinda, I'll have to disagree with you there. From my letter, it is clear that they've been a fan of my work for a while. So this choice might not be as random as you think.
Really, mine
Oh,
seemed
yes.
to imply that I'm also stumbled upon their path by accident.
Oh, maybe you did. That doesn't mean we all did, honey.
Maybe the fact that you were my employer 4 years ago just swept you in.
Oh, look at connection. There we go. Building trust.
I mean, I did say I was a mercenary.
Yes,
Look
no,
at this
but-
guy.
employed.
He has money.
That's fair.
Well, did. I can't imagine I have much left anymore.
Yeah,
Or
speaking
any.
of that, I assume I'm no longer your bodyguard. You can't really pay
No.
me here.
I think, well, probably a few years ago that would have run out, but definitely now.
Well, you're still alive though, so I assume a good letter of recommendation will be coming my way soon.
Of course.
Not encoded in gibberish, I hope.
Hey, Des.
Yeah.
I don't feel any presence or anything in my head, do I?
Not with your shackles.
Okay, that's what I had asked before, but I didn't get
Oh,
a
I'm
response,
sorry, I
so I
did
just
not
want to
see
make
it.
sure. It's fine. There's a lot going on. That's why I asked.
Perhaps I could. A year ago, well, a week less than about a year ago, Kazori did go into Kiana's room for a bit of a rifle.
Of course she did.
Who's that?
Who are these people?
The younger sister.
There's so many
We-
people.
I know.
We may have found her diary.
Viola.
I didn't read it, but Kazori did.
Okay, given the circumstances, the diary may be helpful.
Kazori didn't
Just
think it
saying.
was. Didn't mention much, but
How old is this person?
same age as me. 23.
How experienced is this person?
What?
Never mind. That's like
Okay, as thrilling as this conversation about teenage drama is, let's get on track. What can we do to, help you help us? That's what talkers usually say, right?
If
Really? Yes.
you have a letter, you say you have one, any information I can give to Everett helps.
Right.
You keeping them doesn't, in my opinion, look the best.
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
Well, just remember that discretion is good sometimes. But here you go. And I'll
We
hand
lost
across the
any-
letter. I'm handing across the letter as I say that.
I know, it just we lost any privilege of discretion we had when we killed the king of a nation.
Yo, what up, Dreaded
You
GM?
really
We get another raid right now. 3 raids in our
God.
session 1. What up, guys?
Triple raid.
Session 1,
Yeah.
triple raid today. We're getting all the
Oh my
love.
God.
What were you guys up to? D&D, I'm not surprised. All of us are nerds. Hello, how are you? How was your session? Session 1 of a new campaign. We've been planning this in September and we're finally started. They're in prison. They just killed a king, hence the name of the campaign. But they've no memory of the past 4 years of their lives. So we're trying to figure that out. Each of them has a little IRL prop that they got given before the campaign started, which the fact that I have 4 different time zones to send shit to is an accomplishment that most of them arrived.
Yeah, you say some. Some of us have.
Yeah, I didn't say all. I
Prop.
didn't say all.
Yep.
Welcome, everyone.
Not all countries have equal mail systems.
Equal postage,
Let's, we'll
no.
be honest.
Never do.
Some of our mail is still getting reviewed by the KGB.
Always is. Always is. I was expecting
They're
to be
trying
here
to
for the
crack
first
the
time.
code before they send it to you.
Right, but here you
Okay,
are.
going back to scolding Calisir.
In the game.
As always.
Please.
We lost every entitlement we have to discretion when we killed the king of a nation. What more do you want?
Of course, but there is some knowledge in these letters that is pertinent to this case, and some that is not. That is all I'm
The
saying.
fact that you feel that you have the ability to ask the people who are saving our lives, technically, to use discretion is audacious.
Yes.
Correct.
Is he always like this? I look over
Yes.
at Rainier.
Yes. And also, I'm not still giving mine, so you can direct it here if you want.
Exactly. You have that 2 other people to deal with, including your friend. So
Yeah, good luck with that.
No. Anna, darling. Are you feeling any better, or are you just in that mind freak out thing where you froze up and you can't really think about anything?
I've read my letter.
You feel better?
No.
Do you feel like you understand things more?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a mood.
Are you willing to hand over your letter?
I do not believe I can.
What? What do you mean? Physically, it's very easy. Watch.
Zami, I don't believe it is a good idea.
Why? What's your... How is this worse than the alternative?
It is better than the alternative.
How?
For now.
and you were scolding me.
Just as how Merc was saying.
I don't want to hear from you.
Just how Merc was saying that there was something that this S is withholding. I do not feel it is good for me to hand the letter, as I do not know what specifically could trigger something.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
The first time I've seen you like this.
I'm not going to force any of you to hand over the letter.
Zami, it's the first time I felt like this.
Sorry.
What a bird.
That reminds me. Rainier, how are you feeling?
As always, fit as a fiddle.
I mean, 4 years ago, that was not the case.
Not
How are you
quite.
feeling?
Well, back 4 years, I was still in fighting form, as I am now. Don't presume to know that plagues and illnesses affect me as much as the next person.
Yeah.
You've all been having this conversation, trying to back and forth with each other. But I literally just slinked out of this conversation like, I don't want to deal with this, taking the letter and just gone.
Smart, smart.
Yeah, that's
Fair.
mood.
Right.
I'm just aware that, you know, the particular plague we were dealing with was rather spicy, shall we say. And I would rather, you know, with the lack of magic that we have in this room, and I don't think that any of the other 4 of us would be able to take you down should you become spicy. I would...
I see.
May I see the wound? Is it still there?
I suppose my wound is somewhere under the clavicle, and Rainier will just open her armor to show a
Zamani.
very, very well healed scar.
It is.
Yeah. Doesn't look infected, doesn't look...
It looks
funky
like it
from-
might have been able to heal better, but it's healed. You know, if there was like proper downtime within a hospital for a long period of time. But
Okay,
I
so
would not
you
be-
shouldn't worry about the plague. If I wanted to kill you, the plague would not be the reason, alright?
I'm also aware of that. Vaguely. Vaguely. That
So you
reminds
were
me.
4 years ago. You were dealing with a plague. How so? We were dealing with creatures that created a plague.
Would it be any chance related to a breed of ghouls, perhaps?
Let me read my notes out of character, and I'll tell you.
yes,
Does
it
the
was.
name Derek?
It
Does the name
was.
Derek? Does the name Derek Cool ring any bells?
It rings too many bells.
Oh,
Curious.
fuck.
We were dealing with the same issue then.
That's
And-
not a coincidence, I'm sure.
I'm
No,
curious.
no.
There was an infestation at Crosspurse, was there?
Yes. Well, it's not that there was an infestation. We were on the cusp of there being an infestation.
Right. Which
That's
very
where
easily.
we-
But that is concerning. That is very concerning.
Well, we should probably tell somebody that as well. Since we know it now.
Yes.
Merc falls silent as she just sort of goes into more of a meditation sort of state.
Does
Oh,
anyone
no.
else come
Just
in to talk to us?
Oh, it is getting later in the evening. There is a younger chap, about maybe 19. He looks very fresh in the face, green around the ears, half elven. He comes to bring food to all the cells. But he's been specifically instructed probably not to speak to any of you because he's like, no eye contact, just these people kill the king, food in cell, these people kill the king, food in cell.
Thank you.
I
What's
would
it like?
probably
Thank you,
vaguely
dog.
recognize him.
He is just like,
What's the food like?
it's definitely food.
Gotcha.
It's create food and water food.
No, you get the best treatment anyone in prison can be given. Each of you has one good berry on your plate.
Oh,
That works. That's
The
fine.
worst diet, a bland good berry diet.
Well, sustaining, if nothing else.
Des, how is the fire in my whole body feeling with the shackles on?
It feels like just embers. It's almost very frustrating because it wants to expand but cannot. It feels like it's being drained.
Okay.
Be the third person to ask questions such as this. How quiet is everything for me?
How
How
quiet.
quiet is my mind?
It's peacefully quiet. Funny enough for you, it's a nice difference.
I was gonna say it would be like completely different. Okay, that's cool.
So,
I also have a question. So I will not eat the good berry, but I will put it in one of my pockets. Okay. And
Berry in the pocket.
yes, and I want to inspect the shackles on my legs.
okay, roll me an investigation check.
Okay.
And then I have a question.
We're playing D&D actually. Yeah, that is the answer.
Listen, our rolls today are quite good. 22.
Why would you jinx it?
Yeah,
No,
Kate's gonna roll next
So-
and just get now on.
If you had tools, you could probably try and get through this, but brute force probably wouldn't.
Oh, I have something in mind. Don't worry.
I wonder. what it might be.
Seriously. That was out of character.
Question: would I have attuned enough to my switching through the gods to know which god is feeling particularly nice to me today?
Roll me religion check.
Sweet. What's my religion? I don't even know. That's what I'm rolling for. Lol. Ooh, natural 18 plus 3. Holy fuck, we are rolling well.
Yay!
There is
I swear to God.
A little bit of, you're not sure if it's based on recent events, but your grave domain seems to be watching you a little bit more than you would expect.
Oh.
What a grave occurrence.
Don't stop.
Ooh.
You're probably going to
I
top end
won't
with
stop,
Hullbreaker.
don't worry.
If there is any loose shale or any fragments of stone that I could just draw on the floor with, sort of thing, I suppose I could use a hoof.
We're starting the
Um,
crazy look. Real wolf foot.
Merc could
They're
just
all the walls.
Merc could do a really simple circle with, a large bird, a medium bird. Is that?
Bird, bird, bird.
That's your
Or
name.
is that Namivana? Life domain.
Yes,
what's
you
that
think it was
called?
Igolia. Is what you need to be thinking of for a grave.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what that one was. Lol.
He's
But
the,
yeah,
the
do the-
really sweet one that's kind of just ditzy and always there.
Sheila Lantern?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, just do a real basic lantern thing and just sort of kneel in front of it and silent prayers, just being yo, guess I fucked up.
While
how-
everyone else is like, damn, is that a lantern? The shading looks good.
It's not good.
So,
She has
If
no
you make
depth.
the fuckboy face,
You-
it works better.
what are you trying to accomplish here, Mer?
Just trying to get some guidance, trying to basically if there is an avenue we haven't thought of, yeah, if something slipped our minds, just looking for help getting back onto that.
Throughout the night, as you try and, there's no. Maybe it's the cell, but nothing divine is coming to you. As the night goes on, you see the same younger gentleman goes around and turns a corner to another cell down the eastern hall. And you just hear someone go, "Thank you," as they leave. There's another prisoner in here with you.
Hello. Hello.
Since it's a stone cell walls and it's underground, it's stone, it's echoey as fuck. Do I hear any more from that person, the prisoner, that would help gauge, whether they're a larger creature, smaller creature, any of that sort of stuff? Which, I mean, you can hear it.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Can I also roll? Because hearing is my shindig.
Yeah.
Hearing is my life.
I mean, perception's my shindig.
Yeah, but you don't get advantage on it because of wacky stuff.
Yeah, but do you get advantage, bitch? I don't
rolled
think
natural 19.
so. Wow, you don't need
19
it.
total, sorry, 19
Fuck
total.
me, I guess.
Your perception is
rolled
plus. Oh.
Give it time, Dark.
21.
21. Sounds like humanoid. Doesn't sound like it's much larger, just a little bit further away. Doesn't appear to be trying to respond to Zamani as of right now. Just living its best prison life.
That's
As I try to listen, can
Wow.
I do something? Can I punch the metal of my? Or can I hit the grate with the shackle on my leg and try to understand how echo travels? How much space is there?
Actually, I would say that you'd have to kind of get it towards one of the back walls, kind of the bar that separates
fine.
yours and Zamani's cell. You won't get it to the front one because the chain wouldn't get quite that far.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you make a hit
What are
and
you
then roll
doing?
perception?
I just rolled 21. I thought, okay, I'll come
You were
in again.
listening for the other prisoner, I thought.
Sure. No, I just thought it's all my hearing. Okay.
How come you get the massive fucking cell? Jesus Christ.
17.
17. It kind of dampens around some of the walls. There is solid stone and concrete and such around you. Probably wouldn't travel too much outside of it unless you made a lot of noise.
Okay.
Lighter conversations probably won't be heard unless there's magical means to do so.
Gotcha.
Also, you don't know someone might literally be sitting on the other side of the door.
Yeah. No, the thing I was actually trying to gauge is how long is the corridor here.
Oh, how
Yeah.
long is the corridor? You got a 17, and
Yeah.
it seems like
17.
comes even from. Actually, I can check your vision. It does come to a sharp turn and goes down further. Judging exact distance might be difficult, but it's somewhere in the ballpark. Let's say of anywhere between 20 and 70 foot long.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I doubt Merc would know too much about the Sapper Stone, so Merc will just be probably lying on her back at this point on the floor, just kind of bored a bit, and she'll just try and just ray of frost the ceiling just to see if anything.
Would I have read anything about this episode?
Roll me an Arcana or History check.
They're both that identical. I'll do history. 15 total.
15 total. You've read about this a little bit. It's not something. Again, it's not a substance you would have ever worked with. You recognize it as the sort of the prize resource within Burton's mines. It's a stone that would absorb magic to a certain threshold. It would take an awful lot of magic to burst Sapper's Stone, but it is in theory possible.
Do I know much about its transportability? If it were to break in one way, would it still maintain its strength in different ways, and can it be repaired at all?
can only be if it breaks. It would probably if. Do you mean break physically or break from overload?
Break physically or overload, just whatever I may have read from that 15 roll.
I would say you know that if it was to completely overload, it would take time in a master craftsman to who knows the material to recharge it.
Okay.
About
Oh,
question: is
But-
anyone going to sleep
Oh, go ahead.
tonight, or are you going to kind of stay up and be paranoid?
I'm gonna go to
I'll
bed.
sleep. I'll sleep. There's no point in staying awake.
Okay.
Light sleeper.
Do any of you have the keen mind feat to know what time it is at all times?
Not this time.
Nope.
I'm used to saying it's late and then AJ freezing in weird ways.
Yep. I love the contemplating look on AJ's face.
Burke was still just
Thank
looking
you,
at the
Fajit,
sky,
for
you know?
the gifted sub to Monsters of Mayhem and a gifted sub to GM Workshop. Thank you.
Noise.
I will continue.
It's gone.
Yes, and we're all different
Hi.
people now.
No, I'm two people. I'm you. They just have to lean over.
You're not me.
Yeah, I am. I'm dungeon master. Oh wait, am I leaning the wrong way?
Yeah, now you're
Yeah.
the master.
Ah,
Oh,
there we
Jen,
go.
quickly give everyone 10 levels. Come on, you got this.
Let's go. Level.
Dr. J. AJ disconnected by mistake, or by technical issue, because that's kind of our brand is technical issues every few
Oh, yeah.
weeks. It's kind
An
of
Australian internet is absolutely lovely.
Yes.
yeah,
Correct.
Australian internet is great. Shoot,
It's spicy.
thank you for gifting us up to the dreaded GM as well. Thank you for all the gifted subs today in the donuts. Okay, we got it back.
But there he is.
Yay!
Well,
Very nice.
it's load again.
We're loading. So, just in case he just disconnects again. Okay, so a few hours after you're brought down here, time passes difficult when it's dark and no natural light. For some of you, that's not as much of an issue. About a few hours from sunrise, you assume there is a little bit of talk outside, and you hear, "Let me in. I'm the princess. You have to do what I say." And then, sorry, as you hear the familiar voice of the warden be like, "Not meant to." She's like, "Well, that's an order, and you can't say anything about it."
Is that Kazori?
Yeah,
We love a
Kazori has.
brat. We love a brat.
Yeah, she's
What a friend.
this younger girl, maybe early 20s. It's accompanied by a very sleepy-looking Warden Historia. She's kind of a loose flowing dress, probably PJs, slippers, the whole whack. Her hair is a little on the little on the shorter side, maybe a short bob with kind of ash blonde hair. So you are back, and she has a diary in her hand. Well, I realized I had not the chance to speak to any of you. Hello, friends of Macestian?
Not quite friends. I think more bound by fate at this point.
Hello, bound by
I
fate,
mean, that
not
sounds
friends
even
of
more intimate.
Macestian? Sorry,
Pleasure to meet you, princess.
you can call me Kazori. Fine.
Kazori?
Everyone does. How are you?
I'm good. Viola said you back. I wasn't in the castle today. They're not letting anyone out yet. I'm the only one that's gotten back in from outside.
Hmm.
I'm going to give this to you in a cell. Don't damage it. Why would you? It's Kiana's journal. There is a few sappy poems that are like half done about you. They're a little cringe.
I mean, yeah, kind of to be expected at this point, isn't it?
It's still like, ew. And she kind of just sits crisscross applesauce in front of yourself. As a bit of time passes, you start trying to flip through the pages. An awful lot of it is just basic talk of, curiosities of where you've gone. It's maybe details not by any means the time of when you left. Unfortunately, it's much later than that. It's,
Yeah.
Is fond of her writing and would have been doing it frequently and often. Who can I'm going to have to ask a few times this campaign, obviously, because I don't know it all yet. What is everyone's passive perception?
19.
17.
19.
Zamani is not wise.
Mine is wild. I think it's two different numbers, so you decide what to use.
So this would be based on how well you can notice a drop in temperature.
It's up to you which one.
So what do
I
you
think
think?
I'd-
Isn't everyone pretty good at that, depending on how drastic it is?
Yeah, I still need to know your passive perception to see how dumb stupid you guys are.
No, it's all
It's
about
either
that cool shit.
it's either 13 or 18.
The 18 is for when it's hearing, isn't it? Specifically. Hearing is
When it's
I
advantage,
think
yeah.
it's smelling and hearing.
So
Yep.
I will say just the 13. I would say it's only required of about a 12 to even notice it. As you try and look around, there's shadows grasp most of this hallway as is. But as Kazori sits there with you, Warden Isori is kind of back to the wall. You look towards the door that enters through here, and some of the cracks in the stonework beside it, you start seeing shadows that are dripping through. Bit of smoke
Zori,
as
get out of here.
coming through the door. There is a
Obviously.
creature unlike something you've seen before. A creature almost made purely of shadow and smoke. A dull glow to its face. No visible face. The temperature drops straight away as it comes finally through. As Warden Isori grabs her sword, she looks shocked and stunned, and she sees for a second you see her reach for her keys and look at all of you as allies. And that's where we're going to go ahead and take our first break.
Come on.
Damn it.
We'll be back in like 5
Not
minutes.
there.
See you in 5. We don't have degenerate breaks ever, but we're back. As combat is about to begin, I can actually put us over onto a battle map.
What's a
Ooh.
degenerate?
Is this our first
Hey,
initiative?
If the map would ever load, yeah, it would be.
It'll be my first
Don't
dice
worry.
roll of the campaign. What?
My initiative's gonna be shit, guys. Expect me to
Same.
lead from the back.
Reverse
Oh, wait,
psychology, I
this
like it.
Lead
My
from the
initiative
back is
will
a
be
weird way to
remarkable.
describe that.
Remarkably
Second,
average for me, don't worry.
There we are. So, as the
Yes.
creature comes through, there is moments where you start feeling this cold weighted pressure on you. Even though it's not new for everybody, there starts to just be screams of past lives, perhaps people you've slain in the past 4 years, as moments of anguish come to your mind. Can I have everybody roll initiative?
You sure can.
You did ask nicely.
This is exciting.
Hell.
It'd be so funny if this shadow thing came in and was like, room service.
Oh,
Hey,
dudes,
that's bad.
dudes, the rolls today are godlike.
Stop saying that! I rolled a fucking
Four.
3!
I got 4 on my initiative.
I mean, well,
Alright.
sucks to be you guys. I
mean-
have more than 20. I
Hey,
have to
high five.
calculate it.
I'm leading from the opposite back.
The opposite back?
Listen,
Also known as
I
the
rolled a
front.
natural 19. That's all I'm saying.
You're a
That's
natural
gonna be
19.
Warning, sorry, because I don't have to.
Yes, wait, not a natural 20? Jen,
Yeah,
am I
you are a
demoted?
natural 20. I just wanted to go along with the thing that you rolled so that it would be pertinent to what was going on.
Was that a skill check or a attack roll? If it was a skill check, that wasn't an automatic hit. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Alright. So, in descending order, before anything can happen, as this is all transpiring, Isoria is going to quickly look to the keys to the cells. Look to all of you. She's going to choose to
Wanna
try
let
and
us
take
out?
a stand first.
But what
As
if
the
she
creature-
dies?
As the creature comes up to her,
Sorry, done.
there
Yeah,
is
fucking
a
idiot.
scream that comes through this chamber. It lets out a harrowing call. I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
Good at these.
Ooh.
Alrighty.
Oh, I need to set up my sheet properly, but 23.
Wisdom saves. Oof. Not my forte.
But what about your 5T?
Where's my
17?
forte? Literally.
So, in a second, I will ask for totals in a second. I just must roll first.
Ooh.
The total and what I roll is the exact same
Well done.
thing.
Proud of you.
I'm proud of the baby dice too.
So, Jen, what is your character's total HP for the level 3?
15.
That's awful.
Oh,
my
that's
God, what?
really shit.
So
Holy
17 does
fuck.
not save.
No, it does.
no.
I'm just wanting to know HP totals because I think it's
Jesus.
taken. So if you
You fucking
rolled
scared us.
above 13, hands up. Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
Anna.
Oh, Anna.
So all of you
Anna, my
take.
darling.
This is already halved, so don't have it again. You take 7 points of psychic damage, and you're not frightened. Anna, you take 14 points of psychic damage, and you are frightened. Isoria,
Oh, that's
Not a
brain
house.
hurting.
Zori also drops unconscious.
Oh shit,
Oh,
it's a fucking child here.
Get these fucking shackles off us now.
On Isoria's
Oh
turn,
yeah, it's not just unlock the cages. It's unlock the cages and the shackles.
Yeah.
knowing Mercastiel's powers, she is going to run over to your thing first and unlock the cage, and rather than even trying to fumble with a key, she just brings up a great sword. She goes wrists out and think lets you free.
Fuck
As
yeah.
we come to, unless anyone has anything to, you're stuck in your cell until you are freed, unless you've something you wish
Yeah.
to prepare. Let's bring it to,
I can do something, or is it just like,
what can you do?
is it? Well, I was preparing to get out of my shackles anyway at some point, so if I have a turn before she does anything, well, okay. throwing something to the warden is free, correct?
Depends.
Oh
What
no,
do you think?
actually, I already see that Merc is free, so I'm not gonna bother. Instead, so the way Rainier learned how to do lockpicking was first without tools. So I'll try to do what I did in the past, which is I will extend one of the claws. I will insert it into the locking mechanism.
Okay.
Just a normal
And-
human.
Just a normal
Just a normal
human.
human.
And
What are humans?
as I pull it around, I will try to listen to the mechanism for the tick, for the lock to open on my shackles.
I will allow. That's a very creative. I will allow you to make a. You don't have thieves' tools, so you won't be able to add proficiency as
Oh.
thieves' tools. But you
Yes.
can make a base check using your wisdom modifier rather than dexterity. These
Not
things are
dex.
the way you said it. I assumed you were trying. You can
No,
do dex
that's
if you
just-
prefer.
Yes, dex. I'm just.
Yeah, I
I'm
thought you were
trying
trying to do
give
like a-
myself advantage because I'm so good at hearing things. I'm
I
still
wouldn't
like
give you advantage
my-
unless you
my-
had the tools.
No problem. Okay, I'm just gonna do my dex thing. Can I decide to use my inspiration die after I see my roll?
You can, but it has to be before I tell you if it works or not.
Sure, of course, yes. Okay. I hope I don't need it, but we'll see. I don't think I need it. That's 21.
You know, you're not using it.
No!
It does not succeed.
That's right! We're third level, you realize that, right?
You also understand these are anti-magic chains that are like the best.
She
You
just
murdered a
broke them
king.
with one fucking... Okay, she just broke them with one fucking sword swing. I call bullshit, but that's fine.
She's probably got magic fucking sword because she's the warden.
I don't know.
He's
Okay,
also
I
a badass.
clearly did not succeed, so I'm gonna just shut up and continue.
Now
Understandable.
that we have
Great
a
guy.
person actually out in combat, though, let's swap to our battle music. As unless anyone wants to do something before I get the term, Zamani, are you just waiting to be freed, or do you have something you can try?
I don't think I can do shit.
All right, then
Not
you can't
without
do-
tools.
Sucks for you.
So, Merc.
Yeah, so I'll step out of my cage. Oh, holy shit, that's beautiful music.
that's sudden.
And I will first off action cure wounds on the princess because you know that's what I do.
They're corn chops.
So does
Right,
it
my top-
actually? It also heals a bit more than that because I've got the
Well, it's symptomatic.
Disciple of Life. So the creature
Wait, aren't
also
you
regains.
brave right now?
No, it's just Grave was trying.
No.
It comes out.
Yeah. So also they get 2 + 1. They get 3 extra healing because I'm a Disciple of Life.
Okay. Does that go to 10 HP? Because her max HP is 5.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't. It's additional hit points, but that's just an
Ouch.
automatic thing that happens for me. I'll chuck in chat.
She's a baby.
She's a teenager.
She's
She is
a baby.
21.
I thought
And then,
baby.
yeah, Merc will hold out her hand to Azoria and be like, just give me a handful of keys, I'll release half, you release half.
So
Trust me, Azoria.
She will hand you them on her turn, but first the Anguisher is going to come up and looking through.
Anguisher?
The Anguisher.
Okay.
It looks around through the room. It doesn't appear to care too much for any of Isori or Kazori. The smoky body passes through into Zamani's cell. Is it just
Favorite. I don't like it.
and it is going to reach out to touch you with its anguish. Let's make you feel a little bit of pain.
Didn't even
Does-
ask-
You've no. What's your AC total? Because that's a 16.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hit.
That is going to be
Can't count.
total 7 points of psychic damage.
Oh, I look I still look good, but I don't look good.
You count
Yeah.
the first 7 you took as well, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I'm down to 1. I'm
So-
standing.
God. HP. That
Soria
HP
is going to-
terrible.
Look, see. Going to move to try and free the person that's being attacked right now.
Smart.
And similar thing is going to use her entire turn to free Zamani. Calacindia still restrained, but Zamani, you will get a turn.
On my turn,
oh.
however,
Yes.
Yeah, we do
Can
have
I-
some stuff.
can I make a check to see if I recognize what this Angusher is? If I have
You
any
can
understanding
make
of
a
it.
Arcana check if you'd like.
Yeah. 27.
So, the Angusher is something that shares an awful lot of traits and such with undead. This thing looks like it's some form of sapient creature that has been given orders. It does look like it is some form of corrupted spirit. It's not something you've encountered before, but it appears to be using past trauma to inflict damage on all of you.
Okay.
That's not very
And-
nice of it.
This is something that would be summoned or, controlled by someone.
Summoned
to
or
put on this task.
sent for purpose of killing you.
Okay.
Can I try again with my shackles?
Take the
Since
lock.
I know they're tough. Yep. I can concentrate and use my D6.
I'd say since you've already tried this, you would assume it's just something that is you're not going to get with your claw. Repeating the roll if you can, the DC with trying to jam it, the DC will go up since you failed already once.
Oh, okay, that's how it works. Well, that sucks for me. Can I try to rip it?
You can try and rip
Then-
the chain from the wall, yeah, if you so wish.
Yeah, because I think now that I'm partially shifted, I have advantage, but I'm gonna check. Fucking, there's a lot of features.
We do have a few features.
Yes, advantage on strength checks and saving throws.
Because you're strong.
Because I'm strong, you guys. I'm gonna just fucking.
We love
Okay.
a strong one.
Biceps glistening in the moonlight that's somehow coming through a window.
Okay,
my head
I
between
will
my thighs
use my
like a
D6 for
watermelon.
this. I will use it.
Do it.
Ooh, okay, so 5, so that's a 19 plus 5, that's a 24.
4. It pulls and it goes taut for a second, and you're not sure if it's going to come. You stop, you take a breath, you come again, and with stone chunks flying, the chain from the wall comes free. You're still bound to the legs, and your cell is still a thing, so your movement would be halved with the bindings around your legs. But you can now move to the door of yourself and do whatever you so wish.
Yes, so that's my Acciona, yeah?
Correct.
Okay.
Actually,
I'll move closer to my cell door. There's no space for me to stand there, but I'm over here.
We're waiting.
I'm
Anna, is there anything
waiting.
you'd like to try and do to escape your cell or assess any situation before it gets to someone freeing you?
Solid question. Is there a way for me to assess the creature itself to see if it has possibly weaknesses or any points of particular interest?
Okay, so if you're not sure much going on the lore, make me a sort of perception or insight check looking over to try and figure out what could possibly,
Could I do investigation instead?
Sure, I'll allow it. Why not?
Sweet, because I have 0 in the other 2.
Alright.
Fuck me. A 10 ain't gonna do it, I assume.
A 10.
10 total, yeah.
10 total. You see the way it's passing through these, almost innate magical materials, and it wouldn't be a big stretch for you to assume if it can pass through magic material, regular material probably isn't quite as effective against it.
Cool.
Zamani, you are free in your cell. You are able to cast once more anything that does not require components.
Nice. Okay. It would help if I looked at them. It's not going to help much given the situation, I guess. But I'm going to armor bag at this, unless that has component. I don't think
I
so.
don't believe it does, unless it's like a droplet of
Nope.
water or something.
Yep.
We're good.
Sweet.
Oh,
Okay. Do you move away
What's your
from
armor
screen?
look like?
Yeah, what does your armor look like?
Oh, that's a good question.
And what color's your
So-
magic?
My magic is like. Okay, I'm gonna not describe this the way it immediately comes into my mind because that sounds awful. It's glowing, kind of a neon-y green, kind of like video game acid that you'd think about. Like, yeah, it's like very like glowy. Like it looks like if you like a drop of it would touch you and burn through your skin, kind of a thing.
Okay, so Zamani drops some acid and gets some cool armor. Sounds great.
Basically, it
She
kind
does
of like
acid cannon.
kind of flows around her and it like comes with like spikes and it looks very regal and spiky and amazing and
Nice.
slightly green kind of undertones. Mostly can I hold up my like can I take some of the keys from the lady to like undo other people?
Yeah, you can take the key towards either Rainier's cell or Rainer's cell or Alice.
Cool. Would it be I'm gonna wait a second. I can't because if I can't because the attack of opportunity will kill me.
Do you not have 2 levels in Rogue?
Oh, I do have 2 levels in Rogue. Ah, I forgot. Never mind. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. Bye.
So, for those of you
I'm
that
gonna
aren't
make it
sure, she's using the disengage cunning action. Or as it's more
Sounds
commonly
like
known in this group,
For
bitch,
those
get
of
the
you
fuck
who
out of
are
here, bye.
Jen,
My bad. I went later, fuckers, and then I ran away.
Fuck this
I'm
shit, I'm out.
As you
Yeah,
run,
uh,
Isoria's like, "You're welcome!"
Thank you, doll. I don't know if I can also try to open the door this time. Not with armor.
You've
I
used your
just-
action,
this
you've
time
used your bonus
doesn't
action,
do
you could not. It would take full bonus action to free someone from their cell.
anything. Cool. Great.
Speaking of bonus action,
Wait.
anything else? Movement?
I'm gonna hold out the key because Rainer's gonna have a turn before I do.
Okay, I'll allow it.
That's all I can do.
Okay, that is Mercastiel's turn.
Alright. So, if I'm correct, Namavana's whole thing is the bird's nest, correct? That's Namavana's symbol?
Yes.
Yep. So, Merc will... Does that have... No, it doesn't. Fuck yeah. Merc will just hold out a hand, and you see, like... You know those toy, like, balancing birds? That, like, balance on the tip of a finger? Yeah.
Yeah.
A big one of those, made out of, like, radiant golden energy, will appear right next to the fucker as I cast Spiritual Weapon. Ta-da. Does a 15 hit?
Hits.
5 force damage. Minimum damage. That's not fun. And I think the rest of my stuff is Acciono. So yeah, just I've got this little balancing bird just like wah, all up in their grill.
On the Anguisher's turn, we'll go
Beautiful.
for the closest creature to it, which will be Isoria. Will not hit, but we'll see if it gets its arrow back. It does not. On its turn, Vicious. You'll best not run after this, and she's going to use her action to lob the last keys for Anna over to your cell. And she's just going to brace herself to ready to be whacked. Anna, on your turn, you can free yourself.
Cool.
Alf, you may look respectfully. Any movement after you do free yourself.
Please
No,
get out of here, please. I'd rather not die like this.
You said it was a like full turn to free yourself. Yeah.
action, bonus action, but you'll have movement.
I don't want to move. There's a spooky thing out there.
It is kind of spooky.
It hurts a lot too.
It do be a little
Yeah, no, I
angry.
know. Look, I know it hurts a lot, Jen. Don't worry. I'm also afraid
Oh,
of it.
you
I
are
can't
also
move
frightened.
closer to it.
Yeah, you're frightened. You cannot move close to this. Also, I think
Wait,
there is a
you
little
can't roll to
addendum.
break that?
There is. Please do roll wisdom. Yeah, you literally can't move out of this cage. Yeah. But it would have been 2 turns, so
Well,
roll
I'm
me
gonna
2
roll
wisdom saves.
Okay. Cool. I rolled 14 for both of them, which makes it a total of 14.
Yep, you're free.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
Still not moving because it's spooky.
you look respectfully at the money. So does Calicindia. Reiner, your turn. You can free yourself.
I'll have you know it is subtly respectfully.
Oh.
What a great joke.
So,
That's a beautiful joke.
Reiner, you take the key off the money, I assume, to get your cage out, which is a bonus action.
It is a bonus action
Yes.
to open it, yeah? Oh, I have an
Bonus for
action.
you do have your action. Bonus for the cage. It's bonus for the cage, action for the locks, but you did that last turn.
Yes. Sweet. Okay, I do have enough movement to get here. And as I'm partially shifted, the eyes are just like glowing in the dark yellow, and the claws just I'll try to rip into this shadowy figure in front of me. So that's yes, that's an attack. For now, just 1, right? Because I don't have my bonus
You're
action
not-
yet.
sorry. And you use your bonus action to escape. So.
Yep.
Also, Slashkey, how's the volume doing? Do we need it up another notch, or how are you doing with that?
Yeah. So that's I suppose this is a first nat 1 of the campaign.
Hooray!
Yay! I do not hit, I suppose.
First
Golf
note,
claps.
Do not. Zamani.
But I get intimidating in the middle of the hallway.
Zamani. There's one person left freed, and Mark has the key.
I didn't think I got given a key, but lol. Whoops.
No, you said you reached
I'm
out
coming for you,
some
Cal.
keys.
Yeah, sweet.
still good.
Can I take the key from Merc and also unlock Cal's
You can
cage?
use full turn to get Cal out if Merc is not going to try and withhold the key. Also,
Yeah.
Kazori
Okay.
has run down the hallway this way. She is like trying to get the fuck out of Dodge, even though it's a dead end.
Oh, I
Good.
thought she got brought back up. Never mind. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go do that.
So if she gets hit by
I
an arrow,
overhealed
she-
her.
Yeah, that's
Thank
fair.
you, my dear.
I was gonna be like, oh, Cal, here you go. There's unlock. So, there you go, darling.
Thank you, my dear.
She's gonna flash him a spicy wink.
Oh, yeah.
This is no splash. I'm like,
Look, when
is
someone
it
says-
early or
When
not?
someone says flash,
A
I instantly
spicy
assume wink.
Yeah,
Okay.
as she walks
Look,
by.
when I got arrested for flashing, it was definitely for winking.
Mhm. Yep, we believe you.
Okay, the word choice is not the best, but yeah, we're gonna ignore that.
Oh, it's the best. What are you talking
Zamani's a lot
about?
smoother than I am,
Alright.
okay? I'm trying my best.
So Anna's looking rough.
Somebody's on
I'm
one
looking-
HP.
I'm
Running
looking
around
better.
for
I am looking better than Zami is right now.
1
Okay.
HP for 2 full rounds, bitches! Excuse me?
I was not aware of this. So Merc will make her way downtown. Diddle-a-diddle-a-diddle.
Make it way down for fucking thing.
And will do her fucking job.
I just heard we'll do her for a second. I was like, right there?
I will mark
Yo.
the Twitch
Every
streamers.
time-
Unfortunately, I'm engaged. So you heal 14 total.
Oh my god,
back
That's
to
the
max.
+3 with the
perfect.
every
Back
heal.
to max, let's go.
Because Merc is the queen of overhealing apparently. And then
What
I'll
do you
move
mean
the
overhealing? That's perfectly
Or was that
what I
precise?
needed. That was
Perfect.
precise. You're perfect.
Alright.
Don't worry.
What does your healing
oh,
look like?
thanks. It smells faintly of berries, but it's just golden light that sort of shoots its way in as it gets closer to the person. Or no, because it's not range, it's just spins down Merc's arm, and as it makes contact with the person, it spreads out into like a vine and targets the particular injuries. Well, that's what it looks like this week.
That's fair.
Tune in next time.
All right. And
tune in next time.
spiritual weapon, correct?
Yeah, so I'm just going to roll normally because reasons.
Thank you, Derry.
You're welcome. I rolled a natural 9 plus 6. So
Nice.
there you go. And what is it? It's a D8 plus 4. D8 is that one. For 6 damage total.
6, okay. As you all kind of look around, it's... also, I haven't updated the commands yet because I'm just bad at Twitch. That's not the party anymore. But as you all look around, this sort of... There's this odd sense of deja vu as you all leap into combat with each other. There's this look of recognition where it's almost expectant of what people are about to do. However, the Angusher's turn comes back. And it does get its harrow back as it lets out this ghastly wail. Just you hear ringing in your mind of every trauma that could come to your character's mind. I won't ask you to describe it because that's a little personal for session 1. Can I have everyone roll me wisdom saving throw?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, much better.
Don't say that. It was already bad the first time.
You're lucky you succeeded. Same.
I don't think I did this time.
Hands up if you got above 13.
Can I pretend like I did so I can live?
I got exactly 13.
You got exact. So you meet to be. That is this turn going to be 16 points of psychic damage, and if you failed, so 8 if you succeeded.
Okay.
Woofa doofa.
Well, there we go.
And we are frightened, right?
You're
But
frightened if you
that
fail.
doesn't make me run away. That just I cannot
will-
get closer.
So I will read this out here specifically. So
Mhm.
on a failure, a creature takes 5d6 psychic damage and becomes frightened for 1 minute. If the save succeeds, the creature takes half damage and isn't frightened. A frightened creature can repeat the same throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the condition on itself on a success. This ability does not cause movement. Some of its other abilities will if it touches you, but we'll get to that when it does that.
Des, would I know if Azoria is a follower of Nemavana?
Roll me history, just see how you remember in the moment. Also, I have to roll for her. She succeeds.
Nice.
Yeah, no,
But she'll
fuck it,
probably
don't
go
worry.
down anyway.
Because I was going to say, I could do my fucking Channel Divinity healing, but I need a holy symbol. I haven't fucking got one.
What did you roll in history?
Useless cards. I rolled a natural 3,
Oh, never
so,
mind.
yeah.
So then, can I do anything else with this turn? Spicy stuff other than harrow at you all? 'Cause we do love harrowing.
It's kind of harrowing, I'm to be honest.
No, but if it gets to attack someone, they're frightened. That'll be spicy. Soria's turn. She looks over at Urania and she has a greatsword in one hand. She just has a small short sword attached to a small scabbard on her hip, and she just takes it and throws it at you, and then is going to make an attack with her greatsword on this creature. So she throws you her short
Short
sword
sword right out.
Cool.
if you need it. That's a natural 19, so we'll hit with
Wh-
great.
Yeah, have a
who did she
knife.
throw the sword?
She
You.
threw her short sword to you. She's using
What?
a greatsword. Yeah,
Oh,
she said, I
Okay,
don't know
I
if you
just
need
will-
it, but just threw it towards you.
as she throws it, I'm just gonna see it clank on the floor. It's like, not really.
Wow.
At least say thank you.
Anna, can you please whisper me the first death save of this game?
No!
Swear to God.
Merc, you better save my
PK
girl.
session 1, all my months of work for nothing.
Imagine.
Don't worry, I got her.
I did so much art for this, and we'll die. Fuck no.
I got her. I got her. It's all good.
I've disqualified
also,
it to you because I didn't
did
want to
you
risk
show
accidentally
everyone-
fucking it up.
Like the big ass art
Yeah.
that we did. So
I
we
will
have
show-
so many people.
Yeah, actually, will we do that now? Just a quick little brief thing with
Yeah.
art?
Hell
People
yeah.
want to see art?
Just show them.
All right, let's
Show them
let's,
the
Yeah.
thing.
let's see a little bit of art as we
Before
can
we
see
die.
all of our
Yeah, show them the
Kingslayers. When it loads. If it loads.
And the Kingslayers too. What?
Guys, Zamani's hot. Did you know that?
I
I
mean,
never would have guessed.
yeah.
To be honest, all of the characters are hot.
Yeah.
So we'll go left to right. We've got Merc, Anna, Rainier,
Hey.
Zamani.
It's very
Yeah.
often. Oh, never mind. It's just late. Sorry.
We are very cool in this, and we surely won't
Beautiful.
die.
Yep.
Yep,
No,
yep,
if you
Call
want-
and
If
collect.
you want to see the pictures,
Yep.
in all their glory, you can go onto our Twitter and see them there.
I'll pop
Yes.
that socials
Yeah.
in chat.
Also on
Good plug.
Also
Good
on
plug.
Twitter, I do some breakdown of what went into each card, so that could be
It's pretty
fun if
fun.
someone is interested in tarot.
Pretty interesting.
It's
Raph is
very
a lot
cool.
better. Is the good person at plugging things.
Look,
That's
we're
your
all
job, Ralph.
equally bad.
Plug
Yeah,
them.
plug it.
Cal,
Plug.
it is your
Oh.
turn.
Oh, it's my turn, and I'm
And-
free.
You are free.
Thank you, Zamani.
You're not a rat in a cage anymore.
Look over towards this creature, and I will do what warlocks do best.
Run away?
You,
Yeah, fair enough.
you see,
Wow.
as
Oh.
you see, as Calicindia brings up his hand,
Hey.
and just over his shoulder, there's like a star-like portal that appears, as shadowy black and purple sort of energy shoots through it towards the Anguisher as he casts.
Nice.
Ooh, that's
Eldritch
fun.
No, he's hot.
Oh no, it's hot.
13. That's shit.
13 just hits.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's a total of 6 damage.
Okay. Is it?
I can just imagine like the backlighting of the portal against. Oh, it'd be so
I
sick.
love that he doesn't even like shoot it. He's just like, and it appears and does
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That's cool.
Do my bidding.
Yeah.
Just picks up his hand and just.
Yep.
Wait,
No effort.
we've just seen Calicindia's stand.
Oh no! It's a JoJo reference. Everything's a JoJo reference.
I mean, listen. I do a stand when I turn into something. So
Anguisher, skill
Yeah.
approaching.
You almost
Speaking
slipped
of
up.
Right here.
Yeah. I don't think there's any bonus
Cal, you
action
moving?
stuff. You know what? I'm just gonna stand back here, and see
As you
if I
get
can
there,
just
you see.
take a
in-
glance over my shoulder towards the other side.
So as you look down that, there is a cage protected by an arcane circle. There is a lone person sitting within it. Let me get my notes because there's a lot of stuff we have to remember first session. Just get this for you.
It's a poodle.
There is a woman with long, shaggy ginger hair with many cuts on her face. Some look fresher than others. Her entire arms are chained in front of her. No hands allowed to be freed. Completely, like, straight-jacketed up. And she just looks at you and goes, kill the warden. I'll get us out of here. And Rainer, it's your turn.
Introductions first.
right. Well, thankfully for the entire campaign, I don't know that this option exists. So I'm just gonna kill the thing. So the question is, no, I will opt it for. Yeah, I'm not gonna do a full shift right now. It's too early for this. I'm gonna just do my 2 attacks. One with action, one with bonus action.
Okay.
So first one. Oh, I have disadvantage, right? Because I'm scared.
Because you're spooked.
You do, yes.
I'm spooked. Yes, okay. Okay, unfortunate. Oh, okay. I do think it still hits though. 11 plus 5, that's 16? 16.
You
Nice.
figured
That's
out
first
its
attack.
AC
I'm gonna.
when Cal attacked, it's 13.
Yes, true. Oh, okay, and the second one hits then. So that's 2 attacks. Hold on. So first attack, it's gosh, 7 damage.
Okay. Is this magical in nature?
Well, when I am at least half shifted, my clothes have a +1, so I don't know if that's it. I don't know my stuff yet.
Is it a... Is... I will look at your sheet. I don't believe it is a magical +1. I believe it is just a +1 to hit.
Oh, I thought +1s that's what it is for magic stuff, but I don't know yet, so I don't know.
But just give me that. We'll just assume it is for now.
Okay, sorry, I did not look. I was too busy dying this
We'll
weekend.
look at it though.
Okay, second one. 8. 8 damage.
Okay. Anything else in your turn? At the end of your turn, you do anything
I mean,
else?
that's action, bonus action. That's it. Ah, yep, yeah, wisdom save. I don't have disadvantage on it, right? Okay. That's +1, that's 17.
17. Okay, that succeeds.
Yes.
Lonnie, your turn.
Cool. Great. Lovely. I definitely understand everything that's going on. Where did he go? Oh, he's over there. Never mind. Can I? Wait, I don't think my. Does my bow stuff already work? Yes,
No,
I'm a
it
hex
doesn't.
split. No.
Is
No.
Your level. Your 2
I'm
warlock.
One
only
level
level-
of warlock.
Yeah, one level of warlock.
Let me check.
I mean, I am technically a hex warrior. I just don't know if the bow stuff counts yet.
I don't think you have your improved pack weapon yet, so it cannot be a bow.
No. God damn it. Fuck.
Yeah, this is the
Dang it,
hindrance of
Bobby.
it. And Pajut, thanks for the gifted sub.
Oh.
You bitch up. Fuck me then. What am I doing? I don't have spells.
Maybe not.
Okay. Oh,
Don't you have
okay.
You do that.
Don't I have what? Yeah,
Eldritch
I have
Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Yeah, that's true.
Don't you have the fucking warlock spell of the century?
Yeah, I
Mhm.
do. Yeah.
The
I guess
Sorry,
I just
one
Join
warlock
me.
spell.
Join me.
I can hit him with Eldritch Blast without hitting Merc, right? Or do I need
Yeah,
to
we
build?
don't hit combat because that's not really fun.
Okay. Okay, I didn't think so, but I wanted to make sure just in case.
I'm not that cruel to you.
Okay,
guys. Like, I hate you all.
thank
Yeah.
you. But
Love you too,
wait, you
guys.
hate us? Wow. Okay.
Only on the
cool.
weekends.
Range spell attack. Let's go. Roll to hit. I assume.
Ranger?
What does your Eldritch
Electric.
Blast look like in comparison to Calisyndia's? Because there's kind of a nod of recognition between you both, because both Eldritch Blast and that's both Warlocky stuff.
Yeah. There's definitely oh, maybe you're more interesting than I thought kind of a look going on from
Meanwhile,
Zamani.
Merc is dodging 2 Eldritch Blasts right now, just like.
Yeah, God damn it.
So chains?
I would say it looks kind of like smoky around the edge that curls up, all, like very like loosened around, but it's that very acidy green color as well. That when it like hits, it kind of like goes from being smoke-like to looking like water, and just like kind of like splashes them in the face, and it hurts a lot.
Hey, roll the hit and roll the
Yeah.
hit if you do hit above a 13.
Yeah. Hey, I rolled a nat 19.
Nice.
I don't know what I add to that. Brain is burr.
Where's my wisdom?
It
Life
hits
is
anyways.
burr.
I'll figure that part later.
Fuck 'em up.
8.
8?
1d10, 8.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's 1d10, right? Yeah. Got an 8 on a d10. That's good.
So, as everyone looks around, it comes back to Mercs, and it is down. What are you doing, Merc?
Mm.
Resident Cleric.
Merc looking frightened at the spooky friend.
Zamani
Will
makes
just.
get my girl up kind of a look.
Yeah, I'm getting on with it. Oh, goodness. And you see the same vine go up her left arm, and she throws it, and this, like, almost like tracer fire just connects the two of them, and the same vine pattern goes over Anna's unconscious body as a healing word.
It's what I'm waiting for.
Hey.
So you heal 9 total.
Thanks,
Nice.
Chief.
That's alright. And then, because that was a bonus action, Merc will do some different looking magic because, you know, reasons. At disadvantage, I'll do a Ray of Frost at the anguished boy. But this doesn't have that same golden light to it. This is just pure ice.
13
13 to
just
hit.
hits.
Nice.
5 cold damage.
Right. This thing's the shadowy form that is this creature seems to start having holes patched in it. It's having difficulty keeping a physical form. Any movement away from it?
No. I'm staying being, I assume, spooned by Zamani at this point. Or at least cradled.
On its turn, uses its bonus action and shifts invisible. moving
cool.
towards a creature that it
That's
has
fucking
successfully feared. It reappears,
That's cool.
which an attack at advantage because you can't see it. Only one.
Hello.
The important thing that I was saying in the addendum, when you are frightened, its crit range is 18 to 20 now.
Oh boy.
So
Do I still have
that
my
is a
armor on me?
14. You do have armor. 14 plus, so I don't believe it. It will not crit, but a total 19 to hit.
I haven't. Well,
14
yeah,
plus 5.
19 will hit. Yep.
So that is going to be on you. Kind of low. That is 9 points of psychic damage, and I need a. Since you are frightened,
Okay.
you must use your reaction to move up to your speed away in the safest possible route, and movement used during this reaction will not be able to be used on your next turn.
Oh, that sucks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Merc's
I
just
imagine
there.
they just you splat against the wall and you look over and the girl is just like you just make like deer in
Do
headlights.
I
like,
recognize the
You see a
women?
prisoner down there. She looks at you and she just goes, "Get me out of here. Kill the warden. I'll
Do I
get you all
recognize
out
her?
of here." You do not recognize her.
Who are you first?
Who gets that?
No,
Who
dude.
gets to that stage? Doria's turn. She will move past to get to this creature. 2 on the dice will not hit. She brings down her greatsword, just the smoke curls around it and flicks back up together. Anna.
Being dead is not fun. Let's not do that again.
Yeah.
Anna's going to stand back up. Half of a movement. We love that. And then gotta check my spells. So I didn't really look before. I was dead, so I just lying there, vibing. She is going to step out so there's no bars in the way. I don't know if it matters.
Lightning bolts
and
everybody.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to use my third level
Fire.
lightning bolt and just kill everyone. No, I am going to. So Anastar starts to channel, basically like a little bit of fire starts to come out of the palm of her hand, and she sticks like a pinky finger, like her fingers in, starts to pull out a feather that is wreathed in green fire, and then takes it in her hand and just throws it at the creature. She's casting Firebolt for reference.
That's cool.
Okay.
Nice.
That is. I hate my life. 10.
It's not your fault. It got
10 to hit or
What
10
do you-
total?
Do you have a D6?
10 to hit.
Do you
I'm
have
not
a
using
D6?
it on this.
Aw.
Fuck.
Right.
Okay,
It just
okay. I mean, that'd be cool.
scorches through. You see it hit through some of the lower parts of the shadows that are coalescing near the ground and just scatters across the floor. Cal. It's your turn. There's
Oh.
the wild-eyed looking elven creature that is trying to eye you down. Do you continue fighting and helping Asoria, or do you try and find a new ally?
Calcium would just
There's also Kazori up
Look
that way.
back,
She's
look
up
over
near
there,
the
look
cell.
back. hesitates for a moment before locking eyes back on the creature and choosing to shoot another Eldritch Blast at it.
I thought you said Eldridge, like ale for
9 will
skin.
not hit.
That's
It's
a
cool.
9. You know what? I'm gonna D6 because.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. Give us it.
Hey! A
Hey!
It takes
Hit.
9
Get it, following
damage.
9 damage.
9 damage.
It is having great difficulty staying corporeal. The shadows try and
We
might
reform.
get
And I'm just gonna stand. Just a kind of bit more in front. Up here.
Perfect. Rainier.
Okay. I will dash towards the creature and I will vault over the warden and the creature, just like stepping on one wall on the other, like and
You
standing
say
in
parkour
front.
while you do it. Parkour.
Yep. And I'm gonna do my attacks.
Okay.
Let's get it. I don't have disadvantage anymore, right? I'm
You're not
unfeared.
frightened, so you do not have disadvantage. You +1 because you're flanking.
Okay. Oh, that's very good. Thank you. Okay, so that's 15. First one.
9 hits.
And second, 19. So both hit.
That's all your damages.
Okay. My damages. Sorry. I'm like,
So
Gremlin energy is
gremlin.
the best energy.
yeah.
Really
the
is.
first one is pretty good though. It's 6 plus 4, so that's 10.
Okay. And the second one?
Okay. And the second. Come on, big money. Now there's big money, but still good. 8. No, plus 1 because I half shifted, so that's 9.
What does your half shifted look like specifically?
For now, it's just like glowing eyes, like very jerky animalistic movements and sharp claws.
So, the first creature of the campaign to die, how do you go about dispatching this shadow creature?
Oh no way! So as I vault over it, as I vault, I grab one of my clawed hands over its head, and with my movement, I rip it off the shadowy body.
There's not, as you vault over, it's very difficult with this small space, but you just expertly go over, you grab it, and you think there's more weight behind this creature with how its impact is, but almost just like hand through smoke. And all smoke. There's a moment of tension there as Isaria is looking at all of you. You all helped, but you all need to get back in your cells.
Of course.
How badly does she look?
May I?
I wouldn't
sorry,
consider her
Karen, go
blooded
ahead.
yet.
Then I will go.
All right. Just give us. If you could give me 10 minutes, I'll be able to give us all some healing, so that we can all rest comfortably, including you.
Just you. You are all... I know you're out of your chains, but you're at the bottom of a palace that's only surrounded by water on the outside. Don't listen to the mad woman up there.
Who
I
is
don't
she, by the
intend
way?
to.
The less you know about her, the better.
Good to
We
know.
can discuss it when you're back
Will
in
you-
your cell if you really must, but I insist
I
you
would
get
quite
back
like
in.
that. Of course,
Some of
of
the
course.
shackles are broken. Can I don't know how well this is going to go, but while all of the commotion's going on, can I grab the shackles and the key from Cal's cell without her noticing?
You can try. Roll me a
Okay.
sleight of hand.
Don't fuck it up.
I'm
And
trying
Merc
my
will,
best.
Merc will go to her cell, not put her shackles on yet, and begin casting Prayer of Healing.
Aren't your shackles broken?
They are.
Yeah.
I got great sorted.
They'll need new ones.
I got a nat 20, so
Total
nice.
love.
let me grab the Dexter 23.
That's right. She doesn't appear to notice.
Do I have like a pocket or something that I can hide them in?
I don't know.
Yeah,
does
just
your
in the
outfit
bra.
have pockets?
Okay, that works. I wanted to make sure.
I think
I
I,
have
speak
ho-
for us all when I say that we all want to avoid more bloodshed here of any innocent or anyone at all.
I mean, that kicked my ass, so.
You're all at the bottom of... I don't know what that was. But you may have just saved
It
Princess Kazuri's
was an
life.
It was an anguisher, I believe, if I am correct there.
Correct.
It's correct.
If
I'm
I'm correct.
Honky
Woo.
That
Wait,
was
we have to
Cindy.
stop. Wait, wait.
Um,
I made a deal. We have to drop the awoo. Wait, please.
It is a corrupted spirit that is summoned and controlled by someone, and whoever it was gave the task for it to kill us.
I assume it's probably whoever had, directed us to also kill the king when we weren't there.
Precisely.
You were probably supposed to be killed.
Definitely.
Don't really know much about these things, but
Valois might know more.
maybe.
I'm sorry, but this thing just... I was nearly dead, and you want me to get back in the cell where I'm possibly going to be left. This thing walked through your entire castle, unimpeded, and you want me to get back in there.
Increase the guards, but you're at the bottom of a pit. You're not getting up out of here alive if you try and break out.
I would
your
like to
security-
request some more security, then,
Good.
so
I'll
we are
go
not
over and help
murdered.
That's doable.
Thank you.
I'll go back into my cell. Or as I pass Anna, I'm gonna like grab her arm and be like, I'm glad you're not dead. And just go back inside.
And two.
So if Azoria will allow 10 minutes to pass before I put my shackles on,
She will, but only for you.
will she? Cool. So everyone gets
Get the healies.
yeah,
Zoom out of here.
I see bonus points.
2d8 plus 4 plus 4 because of my. Oh, how many people can get that Healy thing? Let's have a look.
Prayer of healing.
How many people can get my Healies?
They better be new. Come
To
with
a
with
creature,
wheel.
so it's just any creature that I heal with it. So everyone gets 14 hit points.
Hey!
Almost back at max.
It brings me above half.
So
I am specifically next.
Nice.
you all get back into
And yeah,
your
Merc is
cell,
just-
I assume.
Yeah,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
can we take short rest while we're here? We
Yes.
can't do anything, so.
How's
Very
just
reluctant
sitting
to
back in
repeat.
his cell.
Anna is extremely reluctant to put the shackles back on, considering she just died.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, I'm not putting shackles back on. I ripped them shits, so they're just like next to me.
No,
And
point of
how
order.
says-
They're not asking you to put shackles on your hands anymore.
Yeah.
They just want you back in your
Okay.
cell.
Yeah.
That's what
That's exactly what goes on.
They're showing
Also,
you a
I'd like
little bit
to-
of courtesy.
How's the princess? Is she okay?
She is shaken to all dear hell. She is sheltered life, first time ever being hit.
Oh, okay. I know I said I went into my. Can I go check? Can I check on her, or is it too late for that?
You could have if you wanted. You will have to get close to the cell with the
Okay.
crazy person in it, which Isori will
Oh,
not
that's
want.
fine.
But Kazori can come around.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll go to because I was like, dearest, are you okay? Sweetie.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Do you need a hug? You look a bit shocked.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay,
Come on, Warlock.
Zamani's like actually being genuine. Hey, that would be a 23.
She kind of doesn't say anything, but she's just very coldly and like shaky. Wraps her arms around you for a second for a very quick hug.
Yeah, Zamani's like being 100% genuine. She's like, the world outside is very harsh, and I just wanted to check on you. And she gives her like a nice little like shoulder squeeze and then goes into the cage.
And also steals everything she has, yep.
No, I don't. I stole what I wanted.
Kind of. Just sorry, get as many as you can down here. I will watch them while you fetch some more guards, maybe. Or do you want me to fetch? No, probably smarter I fetch guards. No. As Kazori quickly sets out at a brisk jog to try and lose the slipper, maybe 3 steps in, and keeps going.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Zoria, if you can
wait.
just get someone to keep an eye on her over the next couple of days. That shit's traumatic.
I will.
Yeah, she's not doing well.
No.
It's the first time I've seen the princess get into any form of altercation. I'm not surprised.
As
So-
we all go into our cells and all of this conversation is happening, as Zamani passes, as she's next to me in the cell,
Mhm.
I will wordlessly but try to get her attention by leaning on the bars between us and point with my eyes to the short sword that is still lying in her cell.
Mm-hmm.
Just in general, it's there.
I appreciate you. Zamani's just like, okay, fine.
I'm not looking for any confirmation. I'm just saying. It's
Okay.
there.
So, you promised us to let us know about our other companion in the cell over there.
But ironically, the last time someone's tried to make an attempt on the royal line in Britain, that's Valna. She is a nuisance, a very, very capable sorceress.
Oh,
That's why she is correct, Rainier. That is the correct spelling.
Oh yeah.
She's mad. Do not mind her. There is many arcane wards, more than you could imagine. And Mr. Sputnik, yeah, we human blood hunter.
Yeah.
Human.
Don't worry about it.
It's fine. Trust me. I'm a doctor.
She is
Are you?
been in this cell for 6 years at this stage, maybe 7. I'm not sure.
Really? And was she under her own volition to kill the king, or was it a similar case as ours?
She was. There's a problem with Valna that we haven't been able to crack yet.
Hmm?
Probably shouldn't tell you.
Come on.
Someone
We
roll-
just fought a shadow spirit
Someone
creature
roll
that
me a
was trying to
persuasion.
assassinate us.
Okay, Cal, you
Who
help
wants
this
it?
persuasion because you start this conversation.
Sure, you know what? That's fine. I have half decent persuasion. Ooh, that's a 22.
22. Okay. I'm sure she'll scream about it eventually. Oh, poor Valna in there. She doesn't stay dead very long.
What do you mean? She's undead?
Curious.
Or...
She's met the executioner's axe and lost her head, only to find it again sometime later.
Oh,
Handy.
that's
Handy and
fun.
So
also
it's-
horrible.
Been through 6 executions in various methods that we haven't been able to crack. How?
That's odd.
So we find it's much better to just keep her completely restrained.
Of course. A long, very long shot check here, but could I see if I have any understanding about that?
What's your Arcana modifier before I even ask if you can roll?
+8.
Do you have any inspiration currently?
No.
Don't bother rolling.
Oh my
Okay.
god, it's like 30 or something. Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Well,
Has to be.
6 executions is quite a lot. What she's in for?
She made an attempt on Everett's life, the prince.
It's not very nice of her.
You would recalling
That's a lot for
briefly
us to
something
say.
talking about that, Merc, but it was
Right.
covered up very quickly.
Yep.
Did she have any reason for doing this, or?
She's yet to give us a
Anything at
proper
all?
one. She's been through beatings, torturings, and executions, and we've still gotten nothing.
Well, torture doesn't ever get anything out except for what you want to hear, so.
Well, sometimes it can be quite effective, depending on
Yeah.
the methods used.
Can be good.
Okay, but just
Mm.
straight up beating somebody isn't going to get them.
I
I'm
did
pretty
separate
sure
beatings
torture's
and
just-
torturing in that.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure torture is just a war crime, but anyway.
Well, as far as I check,
Just-
there's no
casual.
general rules on war crimes around the place here.
It's only a war crime if you're at
Technically,
war.
you don't.
Precisely. Then it's just a crime. But if it is constituted as one, which I'm not sure in Burton.
All I
But
was trying to
that's
say was that
the thing.
trickery works much better than torture. That's all I was trying to say. Anyways,
By this time, a banner of maybe 6 guards come and start lining the corridor.
Mhm.
Alright, I must
Oh,
get
hello,
to sleep.
Simon.
Oh, how you doing, Mark? Wait, where are you in
Thanks.
here?
Long story. I'll tell you one day over a drink.
Do they not hear about the king dying? The news
Oh no,
travels so slowly here.
Simon's doesn't get out much.
I stayed down here.
Hmm.
So,
when's the last time you saw the sun?
there's like a genuine pause of like 3 minutes, and
3 minutes. Oh no.
yeah.
I love
And
this
then he just
guy.
goes back to a like position. He just doesn't bother answering.
I'm so proud of
That
myself.
question is a yes.
Really?
So,
Uh.
Soraya leaves. It is just rest now if you so wish it, but you can be assured that people will be coming to question in the morning.
I want to bother Rainier. I'm gonna go over to the bar. I'm gonna go over to the bars and be like, "How did you do that?" Where are you? Are you still close to the bars?
After I pointed out the short sword, no,
Mm.
I just went to the wall, just trying to get some nap time.
She's gonna come over to the bars and kind of like leaning against one and be like, "How did you do that? Can I see? With the nails, the claws."
Well, you have nails too.
Oh yes, but what she did with yours is something I can't do.
We gotta practice more.
I think it's a bit more than that.
Maybe I'm just more talented than you.
Oh, very likely. I'd love to test it out though.
Well, you do have your shackles, so you can practice all night.
Shh. It's a secret, dear.
From who?
Fair.
If that's all, I'm gonna go sleep.
Boring. She's gonna go over to the other bars.
And she's just gonna nap.
And are you okay? You died earlier.
Am I okay after just almost dying? No, I'm not okay.
You're welcome
mean-
for that.
Different people lead different kinds of lives. I mean, some people dying's a bit more traumatic than others, so I just wanted to check in.
I would say from my personal experience, the only person who's used to dying, apparently, is the person down the hall.
And Aura.
The money's
proficient
nose
in
starts
death saves.
bleeding. What is this?
Take 3 points of psychic damage.
Oh
It's music,
no!
yeah?
Money dies.
Fair.
It's an older reference, sir, but it checks out.
Could be like, okay, well, just want to check in. And I'm really bored.
That's fair.
As
At
you
least
say,
someone
Zamani,
gets it.
you're very bored. With your shackles off, you finally hear silence, 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 silence. For nothing but 4 years, I was starting to think this a bad investment.
Wait, I can talk back to him psychically. We talked about this
Yes,
before
we did
last
talk
time,
about
right?
this.
You're not allowed to judge me for how she refers back to this man because she doesn't know his name. She's like, so you're here. I was starting to think you'd abandoned me. It was been all dead for me for the last 4 years too. No one to sell. Apparently we killed the king.
You feel your
I'm
vision
sorry.
suddenly cut. A familiar sensation.
Well, I can still see when he does this.
Yeah, but you feel that similar, like the twang as it comes through.
Kinky.
I look around the room.
Do I get a vibe that this is happening?
You recognize this sort of movement. You've been there long enough.
There's like apparently I have new allies. And somebody, the one who did this, knows about you.
Yes, I've seen things in these past few years, but nothing of a... You know, it's quite rude of me. I thought to send a dispatchman to kill you, but if it's not your fault, it's not your fault.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you being a bit lenient with me. Could be worse.
Interesting. Read that piece of parchment again, please.
Okay. Do I have to say it out loud, or can I
No,
just...
you do not. You just
Okay.
look at it.
Okay.
So, no goodbye, just an abrupt severing of a connection after it.
Fair. I'd be angry too.
Zami, was that the thing?
Yeah. Not quite happy. But
We're not
better than I thought.
in too bad of trouble, though.
No, it doesn't seem to be. At least not yet. Maybe later.
Good. We're not going to die just yet. Not together, at least. That's good.
That's quite
Did I-
concerning to overhear.
Yeah, did I hear that right? I'm literally
Oh,
right
that-
next to you, Anna.
Is something
Sorry,
murder
wasn't-
you?
I wasn't listening here. I mean, isn't somebody going to murder all of us?
Hope
True.
not.
But
I
these
mean, that's the
things
goal, but you never
disconnected
know.
at least. I mean, it seemed disconnected, but I guess that's
Shut
true.
up, Des.
I mean, we're, I'm not the only thing that's a bit disconnected here. Looks over at Sam, the guard guy.
Be nice, be nice.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue.
He's just
with that
knuckle deep in his nose. It's just.
Oh, Knuckles.
Hmm. So we have 4 casters among our group, and
Right.
Rainier.
And one
The
totally
absolute-
normal human.
Well, there's a
Totally
bit of
normal
spice.
human with a few additions.
There's a bit of spice. That's alright. So,
A spicy mode.
it feels like we've fought together before. I
Bill.
know vagueness about Calicindia's. Well, I simply know that you're a mage,
That
and
is
a learned
good
mage at
assumption.
that.
Also quite an adequate assumption.
So, Warlock, speaking of, that was very interesting that you did back there. I'd love to know more.
Indeed, I'm quite curious in your magic as well.
Oh.
You almost
Maybe we'll have a
hit me.
round of
Like,
drinks.
both of you almost hit me.
Well, you're quite good at dodging.
I've literally got a
Sure.
scorch mark on a horn. Like,
That one wasn't me.
it just takes a
I'm
while to buff
fairly
out.
sure I saw it come from yours. It's more of a
think
greenish
I'll-
burn anyway.
Oh,
Hmm.
don't even.
I don't mind helping you buff that out later, Datey.
Yet again, I'm taken in more ways than one.
No one said polyamory was illegal.
Unless it's illegal in this city.
No,
To
I'm
be fair, not
pretty
much
sure
is-
it might be illegal, like, with gods. I don't really know how it works.
Mercury
really
is
Amory.
a lady of gods.
I mean,
Most religious woman.
there's different kinds of goddesses.
Yeah, I'm
Zamani is one
not.
step away from saying, I'm gonna be a goddess.
I don't think. I don't think my goddesses would be happy if I compared you to any of them. Nor would you be happy if I compared you.
Fair. I
Most
was
of them
also mostly
don't.
trying to make a joke about. You never mind.
Fair enough.
Cal, if we live through this, let's have a round of drinks and talk about magic.
Of course. Be more than open to that. Have one of those nice bottles of wine that Merc said exist here in the castle.
That's fair. You do owe us that one.
Can't make promises you don't keep.
I fully
Conversation.
intend to keep it.
Also, Rainier, I want to sleep. It's like
I'm
4 in the morning.
I do not care about their little
We're waiting
chit-chat.
for the adrenaline to run off.
100%.
I'm just waiting for the group to
Cal-
sleep so I
Cal
can take
doesn't
on
wanna
my
sleep.
next action.
Oh no!
Okay,
It's
cool.
gonna be a roll again.
Calicindia
go.
will gradually fall asleep. Drifting
Calicindia!
Waiting for that. Waiting for that.
As you gradually fall asleep, the comfort of shackles you almost wish you still had, as nightmares are aplenty. There's flashes of torment and scream, pain that would drive even the strongest willed person to madness. And then all of a sudden, this flash blank, open, vast expanse. Quiet. The quiet's worse than the fear, because the quiet means an end to everything. You wake up in a cold sweat the following morning.
What did I
Also,
just
Raph,
miss?
I've missed this good shit.
I've missed this tournament. Thank you.
It's the good
Did
kush.
Raph get absolutely annihilated right now?
No, it's just strong emotional nightmare. So good.
I mean, it's a type of annihilation.
Yes, I have a question for you. These shackles, do they need to be locked to take proper effect, or can I just have them around?
If yours weren't broken, you can literally just I'm gonna just put these back on real quick.
Like, if I put them back on, will they lock on me?
Not without a key,
Or can I do it?
but the effect would be there without the lock on it.
Cool. Because I was gonna put them on so I could sleep soundly. Otherwise, I would struggle to sleep.
Beat
They're
Desert their own
noise
game.
cancelling headphones, right?
Yep.
So, as you all go ahead and get a long rest, your characters will effectively go back to level 4.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh god.
I wouldn't worry too much
Can we
about it
add
leveling you up.
some shit?
If you wished, I wouldn't be
Oh,
too worried
okay.
about it though, and doing it at this moment.
Gotcha.
And just for timings and pacing's sake. The following morning, there is only notice of the fact that it is morning by the changing of the guards, as 6 guards file out and 6 more file in.
Bye, Simon.
With the morning comes around, there is a very well dressed, all in black now this time, Prince Everett does come back down to the chambers. Clearly in mourning. I hear you all had a very adventurous night last night.
Yeah.
I will start with a thanks for keeping Kuzori safe.
Is she any better?
She is shaken. As for what we've gleaned of information, Viola has spoken very highly of what she thinks I should do. So has many of my other wards. But the letters you have provided have proven interesting, at least to say the least, if I'm to believe Viola. He does walk towards Calicindir's cell a little bit, and
Alexander almost just takes
Gives
a
a
moment
nod.
where he's just been looking down beforehand, and just takes a moment just to sort of compose himself, just a bit pale beforehand, but just.
did not realize I had royalty in my court today.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I do not know how you ended up here, and I will ask you plainly once. Was this an attack from your kingdom to my own?
I think I can safely say that my kingdom has never put any form of diplomatic or external influence on the surface for thousands of years, and do not intend to do so for at least a few more thousand. So no.
Spoken like royalty. No offense, Everett.
None taken.
And something I'm sure you can understand, wanting to keep hidden at first, because it could lead to unnecessary complications down the line, which I hope to avoid.
It does increase the difficulty of a possible execution for you. It will be taken into account. I don't wish to start a war. My father just dead, but if nothing else, the fact that you helped Isoria last night and willingly got back in your cells, say a few people lost a battle after last night of what your first night would end up looking like.
Hmm.
Tell me of this creature. My scholars so far have done little research into it, based on what we heard. Do you know more of it?
Well, it's an angusha, a form of spirit that is corrupted by the one controlling and summoning it. It uses the torment, I guess you could say, of the people it targets to hurt them. Nasty creature, but it is definitely controlled by someone who gave the direct instructions to kill us. Which means that whoever orchestrated the murdering of the king wanted to make sure we don't speak or find out any more about it.
Tying up loose ends.
Which also shows that we do have more to tell, or more to find at the very least.
Either someone has done a great deal of knowledge to know and somehow bypass all our anti-scrying magics to know you're in this cell, or far more unfortunate but likely circumstance has come to my mind through what you've provided and your actions speak last night is there is someone within my court that knew you were down here. But we're trying to tie up loose ends. I do not know what it is yet, but
Wait, so someone in your court knew we were down here despite not being informed?
everyone knows that the Kingslayers are down here. They don't need to know who it is, but they know we are holding... We did not tell anyone which exact cell you were kept in, but it is known that you haven't been transported yet because no one has been allowed to leave the castle.
Yeah, that guy Simon was twirling his hand and his nose very sinister way. It was very
Sorry,
strange.
did say she was the only one who was able to get back in so far, so that does make quite a bit of
That was
sense.
made.
I do not wish to cause unnecessary panic or paranoia, but if we can be possessed for 4 years, then it is very easy to imagine that someone else might be. A contingency plan to make sure that we don't speak.
Perhaps. I thought I at least owed you the respect of that knowledge for what you did last night. I still don't know. For all I know, it could have been coming for Kazori last night. It could have been coming for you. Kazori was the first one to be downed after that situation, but you helped.
But as soon as she was, though, it turned its attention away, even after she got up, and decided to slap me across the face a few times.
Based on Isoria's reports, it seemed it was going after whoever was closest or whose abilities that it had affected the most. It may be a creature that attacks indiscriminately. We need to do more research, but I respected what you all did enough last night to at least give you this information.
Thank you.
Very much appreciated.
Kind of turns to one of the guards that's standing at the precipice of the door. I think they've done well enough for them that we can at least take them off a good berry diet, Fessa. Bring them some good food as he leaves.
My prince.
He stops for but a moment. Macastia?
One more thing. Just to ensure that, we are who we say we are, and you are also. Forgive me for this, but come here a moment, if you don't mind.
He does turn for a second and walks.
Merc
towards
just stabs
you.
himself.
He comes to
Just whisper to me the name that connects the two of us, and I will know it's you.
You see there's a glint of recognition in his eye as it would
Fair enough. That's enough. Well, no.
Fair
All I
enough,
said was whisper it, so that only Merc could hear it.
I dare not even whisper that name because you know the weight that would be behind it. If someone were to find
Perfect.
out.
Now I know you are who you say you are. Forgive me for that. 4 years ago we dealt with some creatures that were adept at disguising themselves as someone else.
Oh, we haven't told you that. We forgot. We discovered that after the fact.
Just quickly, sorry, Des. Can I see them talking?
Yes, you can.
Okay,
They
cool.
didn't say that.
He didn't say a name because he's aware people can read lips and do all sorts of
Yeah.
bullshit.
Sir, do you know anything about the Darapool? We learned while
reached
we were
out
talking
to-
after every...
A few people that you mentioned last night, and they did corroborate your story that you did all three of you deal with. I do not hear a direct story from anyone. Forgive me, I do not recall if you, Zamani was it, told me to contact anyone. I can't confirm you're
No.
dealing with an infestation, but As for Calasindia, Macastil, and Rainier, I can confirm with the Baron of Ulden that they did deal with a Darakul infestation.
Oh no,
Yes.
did we really talk to anybody important who would remember us?
There's not really much.
Hey, they were your library people? Huh? I didn't hear what you said, Des.
He said, I can't really corroborate it then, can I?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, because I don't remember. That's why I was asking Hannah.
Also, please note that we dealt with this infestation without getting paid for it. We're such nice and good souls.
That's not
Never
what the
met the
Baron
scenario.
was told.
Was it? We did not get paid.
To be fair, I don't really remember much what happened. But
Anyway,
We don't
if-
remember.
If we
Either-
die, it doesn't matter if we got paid or not.
either
Speak for
way,
yourself.
May I speak?
Of course.
The squabbling gets you nowhere. As I was saying, the Baron informed me that 4 of you left Ulden.
who was the fourth?
I was informed it was someone that you didn't really speak much after you left Ulden. You were accompanied by, may have been half-elven, I can't recall the details correctly, a long brown hair griffin by her side with you as you were leaving Ulden. Seemed to
So
be-
there were 5 of us.
Well, if you count the griffin.
And that doesn't ring any bells for any one of us.
Not in character.
Of course not.
Okay. So it's a half-elven lady,
May
brown hair, and a
Right.
griffin at her side. Okay, Raph knows something.
Ruff's got a wonderful poker face.
He does
Yeah,
not.
we know from previous warlock shit.
I know, that was
the
being
best one, look at
sarcastic.
him.
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. It's just, I was just looking through my spells and I saw something.
Neither going.
Right. I am curious, Prince. Has there been any other similar occurrences to the Darakul infestations that have occurred over the past 4 years?
At the moment, I believe there was a small ghoul moment in just recall. There was one in Crosspost which
Yep,
does.
ghoul moment.
There was one in Crosspost which does confirm the fact that there was one at least for Zamani and Anna. However, for other places that had one, Lothric had a small one, but it was quelled very quickly by the Lothonians, so it wasn't an issue.
That is curious. The Empire of the Ghouls does not take incursions lightly, especially not on the surface.
I'm not educated on the Empire of the Ghouls. Perhaps that is something we should sit down and talk about.
Probably, if they have tried on the surface.
Prince, may we speak to Severajat?
Can ask Savarajat if he will speak to you, but he is hopping on that it is a not good display of authority that I've kept you alive this long as is.
Figured, but we would like to speak to him. I would.
I can arrange that.
Thank you. That's it.
Yes.
So, a couple hours pass, not even, maybe half hour, and there is, comes to a cell, a half-elven man with this, very deep brown hair, just completely slicked back, clean-shaven bar, a spindly mustache, and he walks with very loose flowing robes, with very air of import to him. So the killer summons me.
Hello, Sever. Long time no see.
Muck.
What'd he say?
Muck.
It's not very nice.
Adults
Forgive
usually say fuck.
if I don't show the courtesy to criminal.
Delightful. Well met.
Why did you wish to speak to me?
Because you were there. You were a witness to what happened.
Yes. I saw all of you kill Anathor in cold blood. Simple.
Anything strange about that? Anything funny?
You're always strange, rarely funny.
You know what I mean.
It
Out of the ordinary. Does it matter little?
It's fairly black and white, do you think not? Regardless of what Viola pretends she thinks she saw. You all still killed a king. If everyone wants
Merc,
to have
like-
the same authority as his father, he needs to put you to the sword.
Merc will, surge up to the bars and be like, my fucking fiance is missing.
You probably
The
killed
king
her
is
too.
dead. How fucking dare you, sir? I thought you better than this. You're an advisor, yes? You
I'm
need to
a
see
ward.
all sides of a story to understand it fully.
And your side is that you can't remember anything awful to me.
The last 4 years of my life have been stolen. I would be married by now if this hadn't happened.
Does nobody in this castle know Zone of Truth?
We
All
do,
I'm
but
saying-
there is... You don't have to
Mm.
choose to do it. It's a very poor way of getting reliable information.
Have
How?
we met before? Because you seem to have a bit of bad blood between us, and
Well,
not
well,
even
that's
relating to the
because-
king, completely aside from that. I mean,
Well,
you and
bad blood is
Mercestio.
with Merc.
That's exactly right, but it seems to be an extended by association to the rest of us.
I saw you all kill a king. Am I meant to greet you with open arms, pretend that everything's fine?
Well, not
Everard
really.
did it.
Or pretended to do it? Do you think he's as nice
Yes.
about you when he's not in here? Please.
Graciousness is a virtue, but I guess not everyone can have that.
Wait, can we rewind just for a second to the moment when you said that magically knowing what is true and what is not is a cheap and simple way to get the truth? I wonder how you would prefer to do it.
I don't need
Dim
the
and
truth from
torture.
you. It's fairly simple. Myself, Viola, and many gods saw you
Right.
kill the king. I think it's unnecessary. At this stage, you're just a
Mhm.
waste of food and wine.
Do you know that
Ah.
magic exists? My
Yes.
lord?
May I ask you a
Angela.
question besides...
Other than a bunch of
Who are
communists
you
that
talking-
managed to marry into a royal family.
It seems almost like you're wanting us gone to cover up potentially the truth. Rather suspicious, wouldn't you say so?
It makes an awful lot of sense.
Very
Point finger at
suspicious.
people. I was
May,
in
may
the
I
room.
ask you a question, sir? Regardless of whatever the fuck is happening in here. You're an
I'm feeling
advisor?
lost. I'm a ward. I'm not an advisor yet. I will be to Everett.
Oh, okay. Okay, my question is, as an advisor, yes, I 100% understand the emotional reaction of us killing the king. Perfect sense. My question, though, is, do you not think, in another scenario, what about if such a plot was unfolded? Turns out the person who is, let's say we're telling the truth for the sake of the story, because we are, but anyways, we're telling the truth. All of our memories have been forgotten. Then, the night after we are captured, when we were supposed to have apparently been killed, somebody sends a creature to murder us in cold blood as well, again, after we murdered the king in cold blood. Don't you think that maybe it would be more important to focus on the one pulling the strings rather than the one that caused the killing?
And
As an
even-
advisor standpoint. Cal, I appreciate you. Just a moment. You're rich.
Well, not
Nice.
anymore at the moment. I
You're
did lose
speaking
my
from a
money.
privileged position. Please wait a moment, Cal. Am I wrong? Do you not think that taking the time to put your emotions away and think about what may also be at play, besides just the immediate problem of us killing the king, may be a little bit important for somebody who's going to be advising his replacement one day.
I think it matters little what all of you think. I think at the end of the day...
No,
you
I
still-
don't give a shit what you think that I think. I'm asking you about your abilities as an advisor, basically. Because
Worry
it
about
seems
your
like if you're
opinion
going
of
to
my
ignore the
abilities as an
possibility...
advisor.
Okay, well, I'm just saying that you're not doing a wonderful job if you're not going to look at the entire situation.
You're from
I
South,
understand.
right, my dear?
Why does it matter?
It matters all the much. How about you go lie back down in the filth like all your people?
Oh, so you're one of those. That's why you're
Yeah.
like this. I see.
Yep.
He
Yep.
is. Don't worry.
Okay. Listen, guys, we already know that he's just a ward. His word, his eyes don't seem to
I just-
matter that much.
I just worried for the future of the kingdom who's being guided by someone who won't even look at the entire situation
Oh,
before they
This
advise him
guy
about
will
it.
not last if he's talking like this to people
He'll
who are
just have
maybe
leaves.
killers of a king.
That's very true.
Yep, he's not gonna live long, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
He's already gone.
Oh, will you also just send a little bit of
Oh
extra
yeah, we
wine
don't
on
give
the
a
way?
fuck.
Yeah, no, that we're
We're just bullshitting at this
Yes.
point.
yeah, we're just trying to make him feel
Look at
bad.
this guy, look at this guy.
Studying him throughout this, what did I detect in terms of his emotional, his emotional thing going into it? Did he actually seem genuinely angry, or was there, how
roll an
was he
insight check.
acting? What I could pick up.
Oh my god.
I was
Kate,
gonna try and
say it
destabilize
out
him a
loud.
tiny bit if I could and see, but let's just have a look.
It's fucking brilliant.
15.
15. He definitely comes from a place he seemed very, very frustrated. His advice hadn't been heeded. He seems heavily to think that you all should have just been killed on spot.
Okay.
He didn't seem
So-
to be trying to conceal anything. He was very open about his feelings.
But his frustration seemed to be more from the fact he wasn't listened to as opposed to the king being killed.
Yeah.
Perhaps you
Yep.
rolled a 15, so if that's what you glean from that, that's what you glean from that.
What a narcissist. Damn.
I mean, to be fair, to be completely fair, the princess, Kozi, whatever her name is,
Kazori.
Kazori, right? She wasn't too broken up about her father's death. She was more shooketh by the brush of death on her own part. People here don't seem to be too bothered about the guy.
It's literally the second day, but I understand.
Well, also, I don't know how it is in all kingdoms, but isn't there a thing within royalty where kings, especially when they have a lot of children, tend to ignore the daughters because they just get married off?
Well,
Is
I
that a
think
thing
that
here?
depends on the king. Well,
Well,
Not
yeah, so I was
Anethor.
just wondering. Not Anethor. Okay, I just wasn't sure. I've heard about it happening before, so I just wasn't sure.
I've had many good discussions with Anethor about the chance of dissolving the Hell Ward. But
what exactly is a
precisely.
hellboard?
It's a place where they shove
Oh!
all the tieflings to make them go away.
It's a very
Right, so
racist
that's what that
concept.
was. Okay, good to know.
Yeah,
That's why
there are a
Merkestiel
lot
was
of
called
people that-
Muckestiel, and Zamani was told to go lie back down in the filth.
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have a racist motherfucker in our
Right,
midst.
we don't really have tieflings down there.
Well,
Yeah,
don't you have
no.
a big homogenous kind of society, so there's not really a whole lot of differences because they're all shoved away in a corner somewhere?
No, I mean, nobody really wants to be down there with us besides ourselves. So,
That's what I'm saying. So
rather dangerous.
That
Most
makes
people that
sense.
try to make their way there die, so.
also, no hard feelings for calling you rich.
No, that's
I just didn't think you
quite
were
accurate. Although I don't actually have any money
quite
on me at the
accurate.
moment, so.
Question:
This is
so
all I
if we
am.
do survive this, that round of drinks is on you, right?
Depending if I get money back, then yes.
Fair.
Well, speaking of that, I don't remember you paying me for the end of the contract. So
Oh my goodness.
You are very
You're
considerate.
always a mercenary, aren't
4
you?
years ago, Jesus. So, what's our next plan of attack after meeting the racist?
Well, I think we ignore him and try and focus our efforts on the prince.
yeah,
There's not
this
much we can do.
this little conversation actually gave us more than just a nasty taste in our mouth, because it clearly says that, well, they all are not on the same opinion of us. The advice of all of these people is quite light on the rears of His Highness or whatever, the Prince.
Mm.
So we should not put too much hope in the other ward and, well, focus on persuading the Prince.
Mm.
Yes. So,
Another question, very not connected to all of this. As we were in the hallway and all that stuff, did I see what's under that grate?
It appeared to be a. You know what? Roll me. What's your passive perception? Just visual 13, isn't it?
13.
I would have said you saw a long dark drop that didn't see a bottom.
Oh, okay.
I think it could be a good idea to speak to Theo. Perhaps, since Theo was the one who arrested us, and would have an actual positive, well, not positive reaction, but wouldn't be a dick, basically.
This is a personal question, Mercastian, but from your personal knowledge of the Prince, is he the type of person to heed advice and what other people have to say when emotions are involved?
Particular people, yes.
You never knew
His
that he
siblings?
was particularly close with Sabah.
Yeah. I mean, by the fact that Everett actually respects tieflings, you can tell that, he and Seva were not friends at all. But I think that Theo, I would say that we've gotten Kazori on our side. I think that Theo would be a good person to speak to. Who else? There's another. So, the other brother, Des.
Yes.
Magically inclined or not?
Probably of the children the second most, but has chosen to, pursue a path of more martial prowess.
Oh, that's right, because he wanted to become
He wanted to be a knight.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, is that you?
Yeah. So I think Theo would be a good way to go, unless anyone has any other suggestions as to what we could do. We can't do much because we're all stuck in here. I don't know if any of you have any spells that are useful.
Even if we
no,
did, it would be a horrible show of faith if we left.
I'm not
Exactly
suggesting
that.
we leave. I'm suggesting if anyone has any way of divining things.
Only things I can cast on people, which is not a good show, once again.
True.
And without my book, I cannot do some other things that may help us, may not help us.
If I had some...
Calicinder, if I may, you are royalty. Don't you have some sort of diplomatic pull? I mean, I don't know much about that stuff.
Diplomatic immunity.
Exactly.
If I was from Sathasa or Rindleton, perhaps I would, but my people do not really have any kind of influence on the surface whatsoever, or any real way of getting messages back and forth easily. I don't know how far my people could protect me or see to me here.
At this stage, there's a lightly clad half-elven man in armor. You recognize as the guy that was called Fesser, who was told to bring a tray of wine and foods. He's just kind of shaky. He's obviously overloaded, and he's like, puts it down.
Oh,
Who wants
sorry.
red? Who wants white?
Red.
Oh, red, please.
Yeah, good choice.
Oh, of course.
Do you have
Think
tea?
that.
Tea. I can
I'll
get
drink
tea.
hers.
Yes, please.
I'll drink hers.
Heave passes out the food wine.
Thank you very much. I would tip you if we had any coin on us.
Also, not a waiter.
But still, good work deserves reward.
Thank you.
Is there anyone you wish to request to speak to? Because this is. Thankfully, AJ knows a lot of names around here and can.
Yeah.
make
Yeah,
requests.
AJ can just throw these names out.
Adri's just like,
So yeah, we've.
What comes out?
I mean, we could potentially talk to the the court mage, if that would be useful to us.
Maybe
Um,
they will use Zone of Truth.
somebody,
Well,
please.
I could
God.
easily request a fucking cleric from a church.
Maybe
Well-
one where you work. How about
Yeah.
that?
Oh,
Yeah, I think
ooh, I bet those churches are under fire right now, though.
one of them maybe literally will find out.
Well, I mean, like, why have you been harboring someone who's going to kill the king?
So I think if we could request Theo and also a priest from let's go from Nemivana, the Church of Nemivana.
And while we're waiting on that, I did want to have a short little conversation with the group, since
Okay.
like people have to
Mhm.
travel.
Go for it.
So I guess once I leave, there's drinking wine while they're eating. The wine's gonna be like, "Have you noticed that we're quite a bit lacking in the last time we remember things from before 4 years ago, or is that just me?"
I didn't want to mention it, but yes. There's definitely some gaps.
How does that happen?
I would.
Sorry.
No, please
Let's
go on.
assume it's from the whole memory loss. We sort of forget how we do things. I'm sure we'll get them back once we get our memories back.
Yeah, I
I
would
can't
say so.
summon my bow, Anna.
Yes, I couldn't teleport, so I feel that.
So it has to be more than just memories.
I
I'm-
think it, for me personally, it also may be that I've potentially fallen out of favor of some of the gods, or perhaps I haven't in the past 4 years. I doubt I've prayed. Maybe.
There's an explanation for you, but
Is
I mean,
it
I think there
possible-
might be explanations for all of us magic users here, but
Rainier, how are you?
I mean, in terms of memory loss, that happens to me pretty regularly. Nothing strange there. Although 4 years, it is a bit extensive. As
little.
for abilities, well, I don't remember my back hurting as much, but that might be just age.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, just 4 years, and it was like, yep, midlife crisis. Let's go.
Listen, that's how it works in real life, okay?
I mean, true.
You try age in 4 years in a blink.
Yeah, you get fucked up.
Me, everyone aside
sure it's-
calls me sir. I'm just like, oh.
I just need to go to my
Age
character
section.
sheet and add 4 years to my age.
Zami, sorry, is it possible that a friend of ours has stripped you of some of your powers?
I mean, it's possible, but he didn't seem angry. I mean, he did mention that he thought about having somebody sent to kill us, but he just against it, so I wouldn't think he would do all that.
I mean, it's easier to kill someone if they're not able to do as much as they could.
He decided against it.
My current working theory is memory. I think there is an issue there. If we have some of our memory blocked, then we are not able to perform the things that we are previously capable of doing.
I'm a little hurt, but I feel like I'm unjustly so hurt, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna sit over here and drink my wine. I was just
like
wondering
wine?
if it was just me.
No, no,
Thank
it's
you.
definitely over here as well.
Is it alright wine?
It's definitely not like top shelf. It's better than the guards would probably get, and some of them are mumbling over it. But it's decent.
I got
Well-
Rainier's wine, right?
Yes, you did.
Probably.
Yay.
So, both of you
speaking
are
to-
from... Sorry, no, continue.
No, I'm
yeah?
just saying, to add to what Anna said, maybe when the priest gets here, they can do some very strong healing magic and maybe our memories will come back.
That's true.
Don't know if there's any priests in Burton, at least 4 years ago, that were strong enough to do that level
To
of
do
things.
greater
Perhaps the head
restoration.
mistresses.
That would be on brand.
I'm just hoping that the king will do Zone of Truth and see that we're not lying. And then hopefully that will add some credence to what we're saying.
Unfortunately for that, we also have things existing that modify memories. So it is not outside the realm of possibilities for them to think that we intentionally forgot something.
I mean, that's fair,
That is-
I guess.
Essentially, the argument that Saval would have made if he wasn't an awful race person is you can modify your own memory and such if you have powerful enough
Yep.
magics to believe anything.
Yeah, I know. I actually do like this guy. I think he's actually on point.
I think he's
Um,
He's awful, but
I don't like
he's-
he's the reason why Viola is not confident in herself, and I'm not okay with it.
Yeah, pretty much.
pretty
Pretty
much.
much. From
Every
what I
time
know
Viola
of
tries
what
to
a...
say an idea, Saval says it louder.
Yeah.
I hate him.
What? How
Yeah.
about he
What
says
deserves
that
it better?
idea about us being innocent louder? How about that?
Because regardless, he would want us to die. Because it makes it his
He'd want
king, his
Merc to
future-
die, mainly.
Excuse me, he
Well,
wants
also-
Mok to die.
Yeah,
Mm.
what's up with that?
Damn.
Just racism, or did you like piss in his shoes?
Yes.
Not yet.
Yes to all the above.
That's in backstory.
As soon as the first control happened to us, that's what Merc did. 100%.
Oh,
So, I'm curious, for the three of us, we apparently left Odin with another person.
Yeah.
It didn't
Half
ring
elf.
any bells for any of you? Half elf with a griffin?
With a griffin. No. Des, the Morrowbeer don't use griffins, do they?
No, that is not native to the Morvir.
Cool.
Because I have a lot of questions for you.
Fuck with you.
Too many. Hmm.
Wait, you lied?
About what? The text I sent?
I don't know if you want me to. Yeah.
Oh, I was just saying it matches the description.
I hate,
But I could have just done that to mess at you.
I hate you. Anyways.
So, no bells. No closer to finding out who S is, but
Mm.
I mean, we can only do so much while we're here. I mean, basically, we're just trying to make sure they don't want to kill us today. That's all we got.
Yeah. Curious
Yeah.
to see who they'll bring.
there's just a lot of questions. I'm sure we all have
Hmm.
a lot of questions.
When you're ready, I can bring in the next people you can question if you so wish.
I think
So-
we would.
As a bit of time passes, a younger priest from the Church of Nemavana arrives. She tells you her name is Maribel. You do know her. She's newer than you would have left. She's capable though. Theo, or Theodore Lahir, Sir Theodore Lahir, a knight,
Yeah.
is there. He's about 31 years old. He's wearing loose. He is a knight by name alone. He looks like a thug by all intent and purpose. He's got a decent set of bangles on him, but the thing that sticks out is he only has one hand at this stage. The other one looks like there's rock at the end where the hand once was being shattered off. You would know this from his unfortunate encounter with the basilisk when he was younger.
Okay, so that was a thing that happened before. Good.
That was the thing that
Not
happened
good.
when
An
he was
encounter
very
with a
basilisk.
with a basilisk.
Yes.
Okay.
He is, for those who wish to insult him, the Knight of the Broken Fist.
Nice.
Oh.
I love
Oh.
that.
Kind of badass though.
Yep.
Hey, Theo.
Merc.
Yep.
Let me in this fucking cell. As they're everyone's kind of freezes for a second. He just takes the keys. He
That's
unlocks
okay.
Merc's cell and he just clasps into a hug. Okay. What happened? Everett is tighter than a coil.
Yeah. 4 years of our life gone. And apparently so's Kiana. The fuck's up with that?
Yeah, she said she was leaving to find you. Last we spoke.
Oh. Great.
Take it she didn't.
Impetuous. Yeah.
Well, we wouldn't know even if she did.
Yeah.
You
According
all,
to.
No, sorry, I was just. Go ahead.
Apparently, she's being held as some form of collateral
What?
by somebody. Yep.
S.
Someone. S.
Oh, that must be the thing Viola was talking about.
Yeah.
She's only told Everett. Apparently, some fucking here asked for discretion. You won't even tell me.
That no one.
Shit happens. Yeah. So.
You'll put on quite a show in the throne room.
Yeah. Talk us through that.
Not of our own will.
Not the show we.
I've been hearing that a lot. So, Rhett was on the door. You know Rhett. He's had like a sieve. You gave him a simple nod. He let you all in because, fuck, it's you, Mark. You fucking have a room here. So, you went to speak to Anathor and everything looked fine. I was in one of the side rooms and, well, yeah. After Rhett said things start getting pretty serious, Anathor called out to you, greeted you, tried to stand up. He was gonna hug you hello and all, and that's when you all just looking like a pack of rabid dogs. Bells, swords, fucking some bow made of fucking material. And
Oh wait, we had our abilities just recently.
yeah, you summoned a fuck off bow apparently.
Well, I'm not able to summon my fuck off bow anymore.
You're
Yes.
gonna sell the stuff's magic.
Well, besides that, we were
Well, I
out
just-
of the cell because we fought the thing that tried to kill us.
Sure. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm sorry,
So-
I'm a little upset about that.
you exhibited an awful lot of powers. Viola tried to use some of her runes to cast a shield around Anathor, but you did quick work of that too, dispelling it. That stage all they could really do was watch Sava probably shot himself, and all my men came through and I came through too, and that's when Viola said that something was up, and when she said something was up, I knew I at least owed it to you, you know, favor for a favor. I was going to just knock the shit out of you until you were unconscious and drag you here, but then all y'all, when Xanathar was dead, kind of just had a me moment with yourselves or something, because you just stopped.
Because that's totally normal for people to do once they murder someone.
Then your victory, but that's kind of a weird way of doing it.
Well, I appreciate you not beating the fuck out of me. You can do it later, I promise.
Weird kink, but okay.
I like him.
Yeah, Theo was not a nobleborn.
No, of course not. We see eye to eye on that.
So, no memory. Letters that only you and fucking Azure Hakim can read. Of course they can read it. That's bullshit. But
Yeah.
Why do people keep doubting Viola?
I don't
If
doubt
she
Viola.
hasn't been. No, but
She
many
has some
people seem to
bitchin'
have this
psionic
underlying.
abilities.
It's amazing. Her, and then even like the prince guy, everyone just seems to be kind of like meh about her.
No,
If she
Everett,
can read
Everett believes her.
things,
He's
why would
taking
she
your letters
not?
very seriously.
Okay, it just seems like she's not giving. I don't know. Just wish she had a bit more confidence.
She definitely needs it.
So, with how Everett is at the moment, what do you think our chances are of surviving this?
Keeping a buck with you. It's difficult.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I'd rather
Maybe.
not. I'd rather not end up in the Tuvan Isles.
The what?
Tirvan, Shadowshore.
Yeah, I wrote that down. Whoops.
Where are the Andaria Isles?
They're southeast.
They're-
There's the whole
The
whole
unse-
thing over there.
Unexplored area, basically.
Yeah, that's the bit that goes off the map. Look,
Nice.
I'm trying to talk to Everett. about this. I've been in many fights, and I suppose the clear thing is, you didn't. If Viola's right, we just have to figure out what.
Yeah.
What did it? Who did it? Because the problem is, you're going to have some form of punishment, regardless. Might not be executioner, might be a slap on the wrist, might be a fine. I don't fucking know what politics, and I don't know. But you did, of either you're on free will or not, somewhat shape form kill the king. So he's gonna have to do something to at least make it look like he's done something. Hell, maybe even if he sentences you to find the killer, or with your own, like,
Under our own steam, so to speak.
yeah, kind of like a quest for redemption or shit. Who knows?
Yeah.
I gotta tell you though. Oh, sorry, my dear. What's up? Oh shit, you're big.
Yeah. Hi, Theodore. Nice to meet you.
Theo's fine.
Yeah. So, did the news get out of the castle
No, not yet.
in the day and night? Okay.
We haven't announced anything formally yet. Fucking Elvareth is kicking up a storm. He wants to leave. He wants to go back to the woods.
What is that?
Oh,
He's
from
the
Marlborough
ambassador.
Elves.
Yeah.
He thinks, you
Oh.
know, that whole shit prophecy around Anathor, bring peace to the realm, unite to, you know, whatever. Morbier
Yeah.
Elves and Britain. He is very under
No,
the mind
don't-
that.
Don't say yeah. What is
Yeah.
this? What is this?
Not
thing?
all of us are from here.
There was an old prophecy saying that
Anathor is
Anathor would
basically-
unite.
He got married to I can't even remember her name. Princess from the Morbier Elves, because back before all shit, you couldn't go into those woods without getting attacked by the elves. Now there's like safe pass seasons, but not all the time. Basically, Anathor was kind of prophesized by their fortune tellers and ours, and like, you know, the coming of the good king who would unite the two, bring peace to the realm of Burton. But since he's like, you know, Everett's not his father, and people are concerned he's not going to be able to do the same, and Kelvereth is of that mind that, well, you know, the prophesized king who was going to unite the realms, which it's been good. Like, I've seen a bit of Jer Hall. Shit's fancy. Too much veggies.
Yeah,
know.
true. I agree with that.
It's a whole thing, but if Kelvereth gets word back to the Morbiers, there's going to be no passage into those forests again, because they see it as an act of aggression on the unity. And
Yeah.
shit's wild.
Okay. Well, I think now that you're here, it might be good that you are a witness to the casting of the Zone of Truth. If you have it prepared,
I don't cast spells.
talking to because the priest is there, isn't she?
Yeah, she's already working on it.
Terrible.
Yeah, cool. Good.
Shouldn't
I've
the
also let
prince
us-
be here as well? For the Zone of Truth.
Well, perhaps. I think.
You can always cast it again later.
But the prince will trust Theo's word.
You sure? I'm dumb fuck stupid when it comes to this sort of magic shit.
I know you're dumb fuck stupid, but
When it comes to this sort of magic shit, finish the sentence. Don't be rude.
I love him. I like him.
I have missed you.
Why can't
Even though it
people be
feels like it's
him?
been like 2 weeks since I last saw you, even though it's been 4 years and 2 weeks.
Are you able to kick some shit and like some sense into that shithead Sava or whatever his name is?
Oh no, last time we sparred, he said
Because-
we'll do it again.
If you can make him anything more like you, that would be lovely.
Yeah, we
I don't know,
just
that stick
I
runs
just
deep in that
introduced
asshole.
them. Oh yeah,
There's the racism.
Yeah, that's
it's more of a pike than a stick, isn't it?
Yeah, curved at the end. It's not coming anywhere.
That's weirdly detailed. Good job.
It's perfect.
Look, last time me and Anathor once asked me to teach Sava how to handle a sword, and let me tell you, oh no,
I remember that. That was a good day.
it was a fun day, but Sava has still apparently has the battle scars of training swords. He's not gonna have it again.
He literally managed to get a splinter from a training sword.
Yeah,
It was beautiful.
So
That's
you,
hot.
yeah, this is the worst. Lorthonians aren't too bad, but he is definitely the worst of their representation.
Oh, what's a
Well,
Lithonian?
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, they're void seekers. So kind of like, I don't know how Kiana told me before. Basically like the goo between the planets and the realms, like the void that surrounds everything. That's kind of like
Right, yes.
they study that shit, and they're trying to open portals.
soup.
And, yeah, the soup that everything sits in. Like, you know when you make yourself like bowl alphabet spaghetti, like they're the tomato sauce.
No.
And that is in his head. That's why he's so idiotic.
No, his people study the void,
sure.
and they want to open it up to increase it, and they basically have this whole like debacle with this knighthood order that wants them basically to die, and not do it.
Yeah.
So basically, they're currently they were under Anator's protection.
To be fair,
Why would you want more soup?
Any
No, I
famous knights from
understand
that
that.
order?
yeah.
I don't know.
And nothing that's come up in my studies.
Is the zone of truth done?
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah,
like 3
let's-
minutes ago.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my god.
Nice.
Can we please?
I willingly fail.
Yep, I think we
Same.
will.
Anyone
Is
want to
that
try?
enough?
I
Nope.
choose to willingly succeed as a flex.
Out of
So
spite.
Wait. Anna's got legendary resistances? Fucking what?
If
So
anyone
what
does,
am I
I
meant to
bet.
ask you?
Come on, brain cells, let's go.
Did we do this by our own accord? Which
Did
we
you
did not.
kill Anator by your own free will?
Great question. No.
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 He just like
absolutely not.
dramatic stop looks to the cleric, and she just goes, "Shit." Rat, come here. 1 second. He leaves the room, comes back, and he's tossing a coin pouch.
Nice.
How about, do we have any memory of the last 4 years?
Do you have any memory of the last 4 years?
No.
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 Fuck,
No.
that was easy.
Here's a good
Dramatic
one.
turn.
Did we on purpose modify our own memory to forget it?
That is a good
Yeah,
one.
you're smart.
Because I
Shit,
would
that's-
love to know the answer
That's
to that.
getting meta as fuck.
We didn't,
No.
by the way.
Please ask us the question so we can answer so that everything will be good.
Oh, did you purposely modify your memory so you could get away with it?
Yeah.
No.
Of course not. I don't know.
Everyone
that
looks like intensely at the cleric.
Yeah, you're all telling
Right,
the truth.
one for me now. Do I know where Kiana is?
Good for you.
Do you know where Kiana
You have to
is?
ask the question.
No. Fuck no.
He looks again for every question.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
we're looking at the
I know
cleric.
one. Ask me what my favorite color is.
What's your favorite color?
Yellow.
Yeah, it makes sense. I can understand that.
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
Okay, so she nods that it's a lie. Okay, cool.
That doesn't actually make sense.
What,
You tricked me.
what are some things that would help us? I don't know what else to ask.
Is Severajat an asshole?
Come on, now we're just
Yeah.
dunking on the poor kid. Let's ask questions that are
Yeah,
relevant.
true. What else have we got?
He told me to lie in the filth. I'm fine with dunking on him.
Oh,
If
sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, if we're released, will we try to find the person who did this?
That's exactly what I wanted. Thank you, Mark.
If you're released, will you try and find the person who did this to you?
Fuck yes.
Yes.
Gonna murder him.
I want to get paid for this. This is so much hassle.
I love it how that is definitely the truth.
Yes.
We don't need his own truth for that one. That was his honest.
Ask us if we know the person who did this.
Oh.
Do you know who did it? That's a good one.
No.
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 I feel like this is showing off my stupid side that you have to answer all this question. Yeah.
It's not.
Are we telling the truth? Like, just
You are.
Yep.
okay. Are you just gonna tell us if things are a lie?
I'll tell you if things are right.
Wait,
Okay,
we're not
so-
telling the truth. We actually do know the person.
if we don't remember something, would we be able? Would our answers be able to be known if it was a lie? Like,
He looks at the
if I
camera.
asked you to ask
I'm
me,
about to get a
if-
nosebleed from that.
if I asked you to ask me if I've met the person who did this to us, but I don't remember if I have, would it tell us if I have or not?
I believe
You could
Sandra
answer,
says
"I don't
it would
remember,"
be
and that'd
on
be
your
the
own
truth.
knowledge. Yeah.
It would
Yeah.
be on my own knowledge. Damn. Okay.
Oh, how about this? Do we wish ill upon this lovely kingdom, castle, and the prince?
That sounded sarcastic as fuck.
Right,
Might be just her voice.
true.
Probably.
Well, do you wish well in the kingdom?
Not
No.
yet.
Really give a fuck.
No.
If they try to execute me,
The
then I
fuck?
will definitely.
I got a lot more
That makes
going on
sense.
in life. Or
Well,
at least I
makes
used to.
At this stage, I think Xana's truth only has a minute or so.
Yeah, probably.
We're just
Okay.
shooting the shit
We're
at
just
this
still
point.
going through it. Like
Yep.
the priest is there, just silently going.
Oh no, it's 10
It's
minutes.
done. It's done.
Oh, yeah,
nice.
it's
Okay.
10 minutes. Yeah, we're fine.
So
Right,
as you go
what
through
else?
all these questions, it's very apparent that you did not willingly or know how you could have done this yourself, and do not have memories of past for you and don't know who's done this to you. Theo kind of ponders on it for a moment and he goes, well, this probably means something, an awful lot of something to someone who's smarter than me. So I will tell Everett all we
Thank you.
witnessed. At the very least, this might
You
save you from the
remember.
chopping block for a while. Who knows, you might even be able to be at the coronation party.
Thanks, Theo.
Wonderful.
Good to see you.
Don't forget anything, please.
Yeah,
Oh,
you,
shit.
you probably should write
Um,
it down.
You, cleric nerd, write all that down. Let's go.
Oh my god, I love him
Be
so much.
nice to her.
Bro, I am. What?
Fair enough. And Merkel, just as the cleric leaves, I'm trying to remember the name of the head of the Church of Nemivana. Silverus?
Sounds about right.
Silverus, yeah. As far as, you know,
Yeah, Silvers.
as far as Merc knows. And just say hi to Silverus for me. Apologise to them for disappearing off the face of the planet, I guess. Plane.
She kind of
Face
turns
of the
around.
plane.
I am not allowed to leave the castle until all this is done.
True. When you do see him, though. Them, though. Sorry.
Clerics no sending. Get it together.
I'm not allowed to use sending because if word gets out about the king's death before they wish it to.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Smart.
It's basically it's a news embargo, basically.
Yep.
And news embargo around Naboo.
So, as you sit there and ponder what will become of you and how it will become of you, your fate that will be decided by information you have managed to glean and information you have not. The advice of so many advisors, and some you have met, some you have not. That is where the first episode of
Don't say
Kingslayers
that.
is coming to an end.
No!
Yay! I
Yay.
love
I'm gonna
it.
keep playing!
I want
That
to
was so
keep
fun.
going.
It was great. We got rated by so many
Honestly-
people. So much love was shown. Thank you to everyone who stopped by. Thank you for the
Yeah.
gift subs, the donors. Just honestly, thanks for all the
Yay.
follows. We have a lot of new faces, and this is a great time to start following us and watching out for this stuff. We're live every Monday at 12 p.m. GMT, or like weird
Yeah.
Aussie times and American times, like 7 a.m. or like 9 o'clock for the Aussies. I think like half 9.
11.
Half hour.
Right
11. Yeah. So
7 a.m.
it's
for
late.
East Coast.
yeah.
Thanks,
A bunch
Aaron.
of different time zones because I don't like making scheduling easy. But this is it's been a lot of fun. We've been prepping this in September, and it's definitely a campaign I want people to see because we put a lot of work into this. And thanks for everyone hanging out. It's been a pleasure. We're gonna go ahead and hopefully send this love off to someone else who's streaming
if you-
D&D stuff.
If you missed the character and you want to see it, it's on the Elder
Yeah.
Stripes Twitter account.
Yes, it is. Alan
And while you're
That's
there,
some
God.
Good
Oh,
fucking
bitch.
art.
while you're there, check out Daria's Twitter as well, where she's posted individual write-ups behind her inspiration for each character.
Also,
Yes,
also,
we have.
if you want to
Yeah.
keep up with us, we've got a Discord. Announcements go there first.
Yeah.
Too many commands at once.
I
I will
I
have
forgot to
commands set
join.
up for the extra party next week. Thank you for everyone for
Yes, sir.
showing up. Thank you for all the raids. So it's been honestly great. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead.
It's been good.
I think
Who's
Mandara's live. I
gonna
watch
raid
them
today? Who's
sometimes.
gonna raid?
I think Mandara, I've raided them a few times. They do D&D related prep stuff,
Mm.
so probably go out and raid them. But we'll be back here hopefully next Monday with a full crew. Hopefully, depending on how things go, because coronavirus is a bitch.
Yep, yep. If I don't
I-
die by Monday, I will be
If
here.
you don't die.
Day.